afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this workshop. The inaugural ceremony is slightly delayed by 10 minutes, but what I am going to do is I am going to start my part so that we are not late on time because 50 people of you are on time. So whatever I have to cover, let us say after inauguration, I will have 10 minutes to assist you set up and how I'm going to deliver the content for at least today. So just please confirm that I'm audible to everyone first and clear. My video is coming and I'm audible. But you can confirm.
Perfect, string 5.
It's perfect. Okay, great. So, uh, welcome, Anish. In just 10 minutes, HOD sir will join and we will have the formal inauguration ceremony. Till 10 minutes, I'm just having a conversation with participants. So there are three PDFs that you have given. So when I will start. So what the participants need to do is, I hope some of you at least will be having the a printout. The reason between the printout is there the slides of all the contents were already ballooning to a very large extent. So the theory behind will be in a handout that is having named as from pattern description. So there will be 24 patterns that we will try to cover in the next 24 2 days. But the way it will be once I start a pattern. So the first pattern, for example, if you are seeing in your sheet is persona pattern. So whenever we start with that pattern, we will read the description from the handout. I will show you the PDF on the screen also. So just give me a moment. Yeah, so the screen is up. So there are three things. So we will go one pattern at a time. So so the first one, whenever I start the delivery content, it is a persona pattern. So we will read the pattern description over here, and then I will go to demonstrate you, and you will also do the demonstration in parallel with me using the same example. How you will get that example? My slide will have that example, but because of the copy paste issue, I have already given a docs file to you. That docs file that you have is a pattern example. So the slide content is exactly pasted as it is over here. So whichever example we do, suppose randomly speaking, I'm doing the first one. So we will just select it, copy it, just a simple way, and we will paste it in our AI2 and let it run. I'm not going to let it run right now because you will not understand what it is going to do. But this is the way for each pattern. We will first understand what is this pattern all about. Then we will run an example. Then you will come back to your PDFs, and the next PDF you will have is the when not to use. So then you will also learn, if you have learned this persona pattern, then under what condition this is not the right pattern to use. So for each pattern, you will have a description, an example, and then a when not to use content. So this is the way how pattern by pattern we will complete. The reason, another reason is that because it can happen, the content gets overwhelmingly expanded within 1 or 2 hours. So you may think when I'm at the fifth, sixth, or the seventh pattern, what was in the first content? So rather than asking me, so, Professor, can you go back to the first slide? You will always have these PDFs on your systems, and you can access because these terms will start getting confusing. So whenever you ask me, you will have a PDF to refer back to. And also there is a last PDF. There's a single screen. Single slide, or you can say this is a total overview of a summary slide that you can say that under which conditions these are the 24 patterns that are mentioned on the right hand side, and if what is your primary goal and whatever you need to do. So over the period of 2 days, we will cover all these 24 patterns, but this is the way the content will get delivered. Is there any doubt, any concerns? Just let me know right now. Is there any confusion? Please feel free to ask. You can unmute yourself. It will be better. There's no problem with me. I'm having a dual screen setup. So if you type also, it's not an issue, but I will welcome anyone who wants to have just speak.
So, Professor Nigam, where are these, where not to use, where is this given? I am not able to see that. It's in the Word document.
In the Google Drive folder, there are 3 PDFs.
No, I have that. I have all of these documents. I also have the examples. But where not to use, where is this given? In the examples.
This is the content that we will read. We will refer to that one not to use. Like whatever content is, I will tell you when we start with this pattern. But for every pattern, what this pattern does is will be mentioned over here. So first of all, when we start, I will tell you what is the pattern. But after 15 minutes of introduction, you will understand that we are going to learn about 24 patterns. You would have seen that this is my promotion that we will going to cover 24 patterns. So each pattern first it will have what it is. So rather than putting 24 slides extra, I'm already was at 120. So for each pattern, if I have one slide not to use and one slide at description, it adds another 50 slides, and then I will keep on shuffling between the slides. To avoid that confusion, I created two PDFs, and this content is not there in the slide. So whenever I need to see the details that what is this pattern all about, and when not to use this particular pattern, we will refer to the PDFs. And I hope like me, you guys will be also having this PDF printed. It will help you a lot in case you do not have today. So I will encourage you to have it by tomorrow, or if you can arrange it somewhere down the line today itself, it will help you a lot. That's the thing. Manav sir, now is it clear?
Yeah, I found it. I was actually what I was asking you was that in which document is the not to use thing given? I realized it's in the NTU
Yeah, NTU,
PDF.
not to use.
Got it. Understood.
So that's it. So any other concerns anybody has? And Satvik, please let me know where HOD sir is there so that we can begin the formal.
Achint Nigam, I've joined.
Yes, sir is here. So Satvik, I'm stopping, and you can begin.
Thank you, sir. So let's start. Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to our hands-on workshop on prompt engineering in practice, powerful patterns for real-world applications. In today's AI world, mastering the art of prompting is a game changer. Effective prompts helps us to communicate better with AI, unlocking its full potential for research, content creation, problem solving, and decision making. By learning how to craft precise and strategic prompts, we can enhance productivity, creativity, and innovation across various domains. We are excited to have you all here as we explore how to leverage AI for smarter decision making. I am Satvik Mukhe, pursuing MBA in first year business analytics. It's an absolute delight to be here with all of you as we embark on this insightful learning experience. Before we begin, we have the privilege of welcoming two distinct guests. Firstly, Professor Praveen Goel. Professor Goel, sir, currently serves as a head of department and associate professor in the Department of Management at BITS Pilani. His expertise spans across critical areas such as corporate social responsibility, corporate sustainability, service marketing, and consuming behavior. Throughout his career, Professor Goel has made significant contributions to the field of management by publishing his research in renowned international journals and conference proceedings. His work continues to influence both academia and industry, providing valuable insights into sustainable business practices and evolving customer trends. Now, I would like to introduce our esteemed guest, Mr. Anish Gule. Mr. Anish is an accomplished AI researcher and engineer with a diverse background spanning in academia and industry. He did his bachelor's in computer science from BITS Pilani. He has worked as a research associate at the globally respected IISc Bangalore and Deakin University of Australia, contributing to cutting-edge advancements in computer vision and natural language processing. Building on his industry expertise at Sprinkler, Anish now brings his expertise as a software AI engineer at RISA, where he focused on applied large language models, pushing the boundaries of AI-driven solutions. His blend of research, teaching, and industry experience makes him a dynamic voice in the AI community, bridging theory and real-world expertise. We are truly honored to have you both of you, sir, for us today. Now, I would like to take a moment and introduce our instructor for today's workshop, Professor Achint Nigam. So Nigam is an assistant professor at BITS Pilani, specializes in marketing analytics, AI applications, and business intelligence. During this entire workshop, he will guide us through the practical techniques to enhance our AI interactions and decision-making skills. I would like to take a moment and acknowledge the incredible diversity of participants enrolled for this workshop. This workshop brings together the dynamic group of MBA students, PhD scholars, academics, and industry professionals, all eager to explore and gain deeper insights for our session. We are delighted to share that over 70 participants have registered, with more than 45 people enrolled in the expert track. On behalf of the organizing team, I extend my best wishes to all the participants for a truly enriching and insightful learning experience. We hope this workshop equips you all with a valuable learning experience and practical takeaways. Now, I would like to invite Professor Praveen Goyal, sir, to share his thoughts with us. Sir, please.
Thank you, Krishna Satvik. Good evening, Mr. Anish Gule, Professor Achint Nigam, my student and participants in this workshop. As head of the Department of Management, it is my privilege to welcome you all to this workshop on prompt engineering in practice, powerful pattern for real-world applications. I'm delighted to know, as Krishna has mentioned in his introduction, that we have having the enthusiastic gathering of professionals, researchers, academicians, and definitely the students. They are eager to explore the world of prompt engineering. See, we are in the age of digitalization. Everything is, talking about the digitalization and digital era. So in this digital era, AI powered tools are actually reshaping the industries. They are changing the way the industry used to be, and that the everything is talking about that how the digitalization is taking place, digital transformations are there, and all this. One of the most important thing that is something which is a part of the core of this workshop, that we need to understand how we are going to craft the right prompts irrespective of the field that you are in, whether it is optimization, the strategies, we are trying to enhance the experience of the customer, automation of workflows, generating insights of the report, anything. One of the important part is that how we are going to effectively design the prompts. So effective prompt engineering is actually one of the key to unlock the AI's full potential. We are in the age of artificial intelligence. We are talking about the large language models. And in all those cases, the prompt engineering has emerged as one of the key area which is going to help us in developing the proper use and optimal utilization of the artificial intelligence. I'm sure that in this workshop, you will delve into the powerful prompting techniques, best practices, and definitely their application to the real life applications in the different domains. I'm sure with the guidance of Professor Nigam, this workshop will provide you with a hands-on experience, and definitely the Mr. Anish Ghule as well, with the hands-on experience and strategic insights to get the maximum of AI-driven solutions, whatever the field you are in, be it as an academician, as a practitioner, as a researcher, or definitely as a student who is going to start their career soon in the coming years down the line. So whatever, whether you're a researcher aiming to enhance your AI models, a developer integrating AI into the applications, or simply an enthusiast exploring this emerging field, I'm confident that this session will offer you the valuable insight. I encourage all of you to participate actively, ask questions, and engage in the discussions. Let us use this platform to collaborate, innovate, and explore the limitless possibilities of prompt engineering. Before I close, I must congratulate and Professor Achint Nigam to take this initiative and start for the workshop. This is the second workshop that he's organizing. It was organized for the students as well. So definitely, I'm sure that Professor Nigam will take this forward and will be engaged in organizing these workshops for the participants in the time to come. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you, and definitely I wish you an insightful and productive learning experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Anish Gule to address the participants.
Yes, thank you. So first of all, again, a very good evening to all of you. Good afternoon to those who are not in India, and whichever place you are in, greetings. So first of all, thank you, Praveen sir, thank you, Achint sir, for having me here. It's actually that I am passionate about sharing knowledge, and being invited here is also a privilege for me. While I was at BITS Pilani, so I'm a Bitsin myself, and while I was at BITS Pilani, I have had the opportunity of working as a teaching assistant in 7 courses, including the courses of generative AI and natural language processing, just to add on to the introduction. And apart from it, I have also worked with Achint sir in one of the courses for MBA in analytics. It was fun times, really insightful times with Achint sir, and I'm glad to be here once again, sharing a stage with sir. It's a long journey that we have had, and we are here finally with a prompt engineering workshop, a really niche field. And as Praveen sir mentioned, that it's these large language models which are definitely a part and parcel of our life now. We are using them in some way or the other, and being able to use prompt engineering is something that is really crucial. Without further ado, let me get into the industry experience that I have had at Riza. So just to give you all a picture of what problem are we exactly trying to solve at Riza, the organization that I'm currently working at, it's about automating workflows, the workflow of prior authorization. So prior authorization filing process in healthcare is basically a critical process wherein healthcare providers must obtain a approval from insurance companies before administering any medical treatment. So the process that is involved in a pipeline is extracting information from electronic health records of patient, which is a very sensitive data. Then there is a step of answering clinical questionnaire, which might be complex questions related to patients. And finally, there's also one important thing that is associated with industry, that is ensuring compliance with very strict regulatory requirements. And this exactly is where Gen AI and LLMs come into play, because they're helping us automate and streamline this manual and time consuming process. Now, let me talk about why exactly are we using an LLM over here? What exactly is it helping us with? So I'm sure that all of you must have probably used ChatGPT, or you might have used any other software, maybe Gemini or Google Assistant in your phones. And have you ever wondered that what might be the cost that was involved for training such a large language model? So, if you all don't have a clue, let me directly get to the answer. It's roughly around $100 million that GPT had invested for training. OpenAI had invested for training GPT-4. It's an astronomical cost with thousands of GPUs, and as Sam Altman says, that you're probably melting GPUs when you're using a Ghiblifier for generating an image. Now, I'm sure that most of you over here must have generated a Ghibli image of yours or your families sometime. Now, just a simple example to take over here. If you put in your image and ask GPT to Ghiblify, I'm sure it will not work every time. But if you give it a good enough prompt, asking it to generate a studio art image of Ghibli style photograph, and you give in more details to it, it will be able to provide you with a correct answer. And this is a very simple example where you can understand the importance of prompt engineering and how every single word that you mention to the large language model will actually change the output that you get. And this definitely is a classic example that while you're melting a GPU at OpenAI, you get an output, and you would not want to waste your resources and cost for getting a wrong output. And that's where prompt engineering definitely plays a role. Another aspect that I think might be confusing some people over here is, why exactly are we just talking about prompt engineering? There could be better methods. Why don't we just fine tune a model? So, if you consider a large language model and consider fine tuning techniques like supervised fine tuning, that is SFT, or low rank adapters, LoRa, instruction fine tuning, reinforcement learning through human feedback, which is the exact same method which OpenAI uses for training, or Anthropic uses for training Sonnet, or there is parameter efficient fine tuning, PEFT. There are also techniques related to quantization which help reduce the costs associated and storage associated with large language models. That is quantization, and that's where quantization aware fine tuning also comes into picture. So there are several fine tuning techniques, but with fine tuning, what is associated is a astronomical cost that is typically for prompt engineering. That is typically for training the data. The second thing that is important is large data. So you sometimes need terabytes of data that is actually labeled. And this is why fine tuning is definitely not the best option to go ahead with, or rather, I would say it is the option that you would choose when you are sure that you are not able to go ahead with a prompt. And that's how prompting is definitely something that becomes very important. Now at Riza, there are other systems also that are into picture. For example, we have retrieval augmented generation, or RAG as you might popularly be calling it as. It's known as. So there is RAG that is implemented in Riza. We have a multi-agent system. So I'm sure Achint sir is covering that. I've seen it that there's a role play mechanism which is involved over there. That is something which we use along with retrieval augmented generation, multi-agent system. There is also prompt engineering that is heavily used by us. There is chain of thought, tree of thought, and several other techniques which will be covered in this workshop. So I'm glad that you all are here and you have taken the first step for getting into the AI domain. Now, another thing that I would talk about industry is that when we talk about industry and AI with large language models, large context models, LLM, LCM, So with all of this, there are two things that every organization is trying to optimize. One is cost, and the second is quality of output. So for optimizing both of these things, prompt engineering is something that becomes a very crucial and important part, especially for AI first organizations like us at Riza, or any other organization that you could think of which is working on AI problems. So this is where all of these things become important, and the future of AI lies with AI agents, and prompting is the foundational block that will be there. I'm glad that you all have taken this first step here. I know there are a lot of things that need to be checked out to stay updated, but all of us are just striving to stay updated in this niche domain. And yeah, I would say that you all must take every opportunity to experiment, explore, and engage with large language models, with prompting, and keep experimenting. I hope I have been able to add some value. And yes, thank you once again for having me here. And I am sure you will have an informative session in this 4-day workshop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anish, for your valuable insights. Now, before we move forward, we will now have a short photo session with our esteemed guests and participants. I request everyone to switch on the webcam for a moment for screen capture.
Excuse me, sir. Due to some technical glitch, I'm unable to switch on my camera.
Yeah, thank you all. So, before moving forward to starting the session, we have an exciting agenda lined up. In this 4-day workshop session, we'll explore key AI prompt patterns, followed by hands-on practice, and move on into real-world business applications, ensuring that by the end of this workshop, you will leave with all the practical skills you can apply immediately. To begin, let's start our session, Prompt Engineering in Practice. Over to you, Achint, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Satvik, for that inauguration session. And I thank Anish and also Praveen sir for their valuable time coming here and speaking at the start of the session. And now let us begin the formal part of our workshop and let us get right into the content. So first thing first, just let me first get my share screen first.
Professor Nigam, all the best for this
Yes,
workshop.
thank you, sir.
Can
Thank
you
you,
take a
sir.
leave?
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So before moving ahead, there's a small poll that will be coming in. I just want to know what kind of tool that you are using for the day. So by the time I am shuffling with the basic introduction slides, you can pull your vote so that I can understand what is going to happen for the day. Okay. So anyhow, so let us formally begin. Just let me go to the full screen mode. Right. So the basic premise has already been given by Satvik. But at the end of the day, what I'm going to, this workshop will aim to you is a totally non-technical approach. Do not get intimidated anyhow. What Anish was telling, he was telling core IT stuff. But this workshop is for business guys. So please don't get intimidated. I will not go into much of the technical part at the start. At the day 1, day 2, I will not get. But if the participants feel comfortable, then one point of time I will introduce you about fine tuning, top P, top K, temperature control, but not for the first 24 prompts. Like first I will cover that, and if the participant says, sir, let us go to technical part, then only I will take us. We will keep it for an extra, that this is a bonus, but higher order. The
Yes,
approach
sir,
will be totally
absolutely. I just want to hop in here and ask the participants to definitely not get intimidated by whatever I was mentioning. It's something that is associated with developers, and as I mentioned, supervised fine tuning and all of the fine tuning techniques are something which come as a step that's like perhaps pretty advanced and is not used by corporate organizations who have like $5 million of funding also. So the first step would definitely be prompting, prompt engineering, prompt patterns, AI patterns, and sir is covering it very well in this session. So yeah.
the approach will be totally non-technical. So you just assume that you want to buy a car. The day you buy a car, most of us will drive a car, experience it, but nobody goes into what kind of engine oil is going into it, what kind of material is going to it. And very few details you will ask, but the experience is all about what we care about. So let the IT guys build that all the large model, Model 3, Model 4, Model 5, some point in time. They will get the Model 10 also. Let they do their work. We are here as a people associated with business side of it, so we will learn how to use it. Like we do not know how the car is built, but we know how to drive. And our whole life, 20 25 years, somebody as a young starter maybe has done 1 or 2 years of driving, but some people are more experienced, they might have 10 years, 15 years, but nobody can build a car from scratch, even if we are driving it for 20 years. So let the models, let the IT people take care of all the models part. Our approach is how to use it. Like we drive a car, we will learn how to use the model, and our life will be at peace. I hope the slides are visible, because I'm seeing somebody has commented the slides are not visible, but I think slides are, yeah, slides are visible. The
It
person's,
is visible.
yeah. So that is what my approach will be. And at the end of the day, you will have all the practical techniques to improve your AI outputs. So what has happened the point in time, everybody since like for the past 2 years would have installed in their phone some kind of chat GPT, Claude, Gemini, or even their phone will have some inbuilt like Google Assistant and all. But the interactions that we were having are very layman. So we will say that do this, do that. Then structure was missing. So as the science advanced, this pattern, this is a term called like just you write a formula in any coding. So in if you want to code in a generative AI, you call it a type of pattern. That is the simplest way can do. The easiest part that what makes it generative AI is that you do not need to have 100% systematic structure. So I know a bit of R programming. So if I need to do a visualization, the first thing that goes into a visualization is to tell where what is the data is. Then what are my accesses will be. It follows a certain structure. If you miss certain point, it will give you an error and it will stop functioning. Generative AI is very flexible. You have to assume it. This is just like your dog or something as a servant who is ready to please you. It will never say, I don't know. And it will never ask you more information until unless you tell him to ask. It will always try to work. Okay, you have given me this. This is my response. I will try my best. But you cannot blame it. What has happened is that model is trying its best. Yet output, some of you may feel frustrated. And this is yes and no. To the point in time, you would have feel that this is not what I was actually looking to, but this is why you are giving me this. You have been trying. This problem will be there, right? Can I have some yes and no's for this problem?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. Miss, you can
Really?
type also, Miss. I can see your chats also. So this problem will be there. To solve this thing, so from basic prompts, people move to have some strategy. Okay, they've started to make some patterns, summarize this, add this to that, but still the things were not functioning because it was a piecemeal approach. You may have to give 10 to 15 prompts. Prompt is simply saying the technical slide will come. It's just what you are typing is what I'm say is a prompt in a prompt engineering on a generative AI model. Like in the start, I told that my name is Achint Nigam. So it is like a conversation I'm trying to have. But this piecemeal approach was taking a lot of time. You were trying to iteratively to improve the output to your whatever need were. But in case you master this form-based approaches, you will have a systematic guideline in business context. I am not saying this is an exhaustive list of 24 only. There can be 100 more. But given the scope of this workshop, that is, we are dealing with only business context, these are those 24 that are relevant in as the scope of the workshop is concerned. You may go and see that tomorrow I am taking some other lecture for innovativity and innovation, creativity and innovation. So there are 10 other prompts, but that is not what this workshop will deal. But these 24 prompts that we are going to cover will broadly cover the common business decisions that we are taking. Right? So why we need to learn these? Once you master this, it will be challenging. It will be not that challenging like learning a programming language, but it will be challenging to get into habit of prompting. Get into a habit of prompting, giving the conversation a systematic view will be slightly challenging, but not challenging as a learning to code. Totally not that much difficult. If we master it, what we will gain is we will get some efficiency. We will reduce our trial and error. That is, we have been doing till now. We will be more consistent because the challenge is we need to have a repeatable output. The outputs that each one of us will be getting today will differ. Even if we are copy pasting, as I showed you that example, we will copy pasting. Each output will differ from the other screen. From my screen, the model I am using the Cloud that because that I have got an affinity towards this. Most of you have just voted that we are using ChatGPT. Even if five of you using ChatGPT, but the output is like it goes by a probabilistic. How this prompt engineering or these tools work, they are trying to predict the next word. They are trying to predict what the next word can be, and it's totally depending upon what you are communicating with it. As you communicate, the output will keep on adjusting to it. And then the technical aspect that Anish and I was also referring, you can fine tune it, but we are not going to deep into that. Today is just like a beginner's day. Today and tomorrow, this is entry level. I'm not assuming any knowledge. Totally no technical knowledge is needed for this workshop. And our goal will be that. Further, we move to the versatility, that same pattern across different business problems. You will understand that once you master these 24 patterns, you may be having an efficient of the output as some other many business problems. Then comes the delegation. You will have a common language for AI tasks within teams. So now when the team collaboration happens, there will be a team collaboration prompt pattern also. So if people know the same language, same kind, they will be able to communicate more effectively among themselves also. And lastly, we will be having some quality control, that is established standards for AI output. So we will have some output fixed. So this was what I was referring to when before the inauguration session, that the first 2 days we will learn all the 24 patterns. The approach that I've already just quickly repeating it, that please refer to the handout. The first handout, that will be a pattern description. We will be reading about each pattern from that handout, and then we will go do the example. We will return back to read when not to use, and you will find this implementations in what is the implementation in the slides, and business application example in the slides, and for you to copy paste it in the docs. Is it available in the docs file? So please let me know if everybody is clear with this. I will wait for 2 minutes. Anybody is not clear, means I have to repeat this again, because else it will go. I will wait. And please don't feel hesitant. If this, what I have just told you, is not clear, you will feel that after 10-15 minutes, you're totally clueless. So, Dr. Shekhar, what I'm asking is, there was a Google Drive shared. There are 3 PDFs inside it. My slide content will not have that content which is inside in the 2 PDFs. First is the description file, because already I was having 100+ slides. To avoid the content to ballooning to 250 slides, what I did was I kept the description in a separate PDF file. It will also help the participant, because it may happen that somebody may curious at what was in the pattern 1 or pattern 2 that we just discussed. So can you go back? So to just have a buffer layer with me going back and asking me shuffling 50 slides at the back, a person can look into that handout and can see that what was it all about. If the doubt still comes, then the person is most welcome to stop me and ask me to go back. It is like a referral material for you to shift forward and backward and forward. So let me see, some content is there. Some chats are coming. Manav Sharma is saying confidence. Translate to normal English, please.
Can I take that answer over voice? So actually, I think Manav had a question regarding the non-deterministic output that you were mentioning. So Manav, it's something like this, that every language model that we have, what it tries to do is predict the next possible word. For example, if I say that the first word is I, then the next word would possibly be am, or it could be has, but it would never say I and then just abruptly put up another word like the. So there is a probability that is associated with the next word. And what language models try to do is try to predict the next possible output. And as sir was mentioning, that it is not it is always the case that it will be probabilistic, and the answers that would be there on your screen, on sir's screen, on my screen will be different. That is because the temperature is a setting that is configurable in language models, which will try to ensure that this probability of getting same answer is maximum. So if you mention a temperature of 0 for large language models, they will try to ensure that the output is same every time, but it is still never 100% possible that the output will be same. So that's what I was mentioning about.
Okay. Thank you, Anish, for that clarification. But just let me see, repeat. Ayushi is asking what tool or platform we will use for the practice. Ayushi, you are free to use any tool. Whatever you have access to, any free to use tool, ChatGPT, Cloud, Perplexity, anything you use, it's fine. Output will not be, as I already told, it will not be same screen to screen. Every person will have a slightly different output, even if you are copy pasting the same text. It will differ because of this reasoning, technical reasoning that Anish and Manav discussion has just told that based on the fine tuning, in case you made some changes, whatever memory it has about what you have already interacted with it, even if you start a fresh chat, some variation will happen and it is fine. But the basic blueprint or the layout, you will feel that there is a pattern that you can understand. There's no problem with it. So this tool platform is done. Translate. So all those people who are not able to access on the drive with the issue is happening is because you entered a different ID. Some ID issue will be there. So I will request you to coordinate with the either Satvik or Ishwar and take it directly on your WhatsApp. Miss, that's why drive access is occurring again and again because your IDs are clashing. And when you post some tools other than ChatGPT, which is Cloud, you can use. See the PDF I have sent to you in the email. It was having 3 links. So already in the welcome email, there were 3 URLs given to you. You can install anyone. Okay. So the free version is fine for us. I hope there is no more doubt, and people are clear with what I am going to do next. Yeah. So now coming to what is basically a prompt pattern is. So it is a way that we document a certain structure of phrases. There is no coding involved for the whole purpose of a workshop, just phrases in plain English because it can take, it's a multilingual, it's a multimodal also, but we are today, the scope of this workshop is only text-based. And in the introduction or the inauguration session, Ghibli and all of them mentioned, but image generation we are not going to do for this workshop. The workshop is only text-based interactions. So and in English, it is multilingual also. So after the workshop, if somebody can want to translate in Hindi and use Hindi, it will be able to do. One of my friends use Hindi only, but we will use English as a language and only text-based patterns we will learn for the day as part of this workshop. So there are certain structure of phrases and statements in order to solve a particular problem. So each of the 24 patterns that we will touch upon will be touching on one particular kind of problem. This is what I have filtered on. These are the 24 major kind of problem that a normal business person will feel. So we are having this large language model exercise. So you may want to use a large language model to what kind of problems in our context it can solve. Either it can tell a simple yes or no, but this is a very 2-level answer. Or it can summarize something. It can ask us questions back. It can not only you can ask, if you give the right prompt, it can ask you question that do you know the answer? Do we can provide it as an answer? It will always include certain things in the output. If you say that this has to be mandatory in the output, it will do it, provided that you communicate it. As I already told that take it as your pet dog, please also understand you cannot scold that dog. You have to pamper that dog. You have to understand that until unless you connect with that your tool that you're using, it will not perform. You will keep on irritated. You cannot scold it. It will not understand. I have seen my friends using stupid and are you fool? Means that GPT is not a fool. Means we are not able to talk to that in the language it is understanding. So that is what this workshop will help you to do that. Yeah. So once you tell them that this is the language that both are able to understand, it will perform. You should you might also want to know how this tool is that to make sure it always includes certain things in its output and make sure that its output is always formatted in a particular way. Suppose you, as in a business context, you want only 5 bullet points, or you want something like a table output only. So in case you specify, Mr. ChatGPT, please give me anything that you give back to me in a table format, it will abide your command or your prompt. Until unless you say, okay, stop generating table output, it will say that, okay, you have given me this command. I will keep on following you. I'm your loyal dog. I'm there to please you. It will never ask you why you want a table. It will obey you. Okay. So these type of problems that you might want to solve by changing the pattern of your prompt and basically the structure of the prompt we are going to deal with it today. So prompt engineering is the means by which large language models are programmed via prompts. You do not need to learn coding to it, but the text based. More generic the prompt, more generic the output. So what I want you to do is right now, let us go back. Here our hands-on starts. Okay, so I am going to my prompt. Just let me show you what is going to happen is more generic the prompt, more generic the output. Second point will say more specific the prompt, more specific the output. Okay, so the exercise that I'm just going to show you is I'm going to my GPT and I also miss I'm using Claude. I also want you to use whichever tool you are using right now. So let us say we all are from India. So what I'm going to do is I'm saying, tell me something about India. This is a very generic prompt. I just say, tell me, you also please, those who are there, please type in your, tell me something about India. Okay. And I say, this is my prompt, and I say, execute it. So it has started producing some text. But my prompt was very generic. Once you are also done, I need some lots of thumbs up because it's a hands-on workshop. I need that, yes, we are done. Till that point, if I do not get there 60 people, 20, 25, 30 quickly, so I will understand that you have done. Then only I will move.
So we have to write, sir, tell me something about India in the prompt.
Yeah. So you write, just tell me something about India. And then everyone means don't see my screen, see your outputs. It will output will differ, but it will not what you might have in mind. Suppose I had in mind that tell me about the rivers in. I don't understand. I had in mind, but I told you tell me something about India. And I request Satvik, please take care of all these logistic issues, whatever they are happening. And maybe in case the files are not accessed, just give them on WhatsApp by sharing. I cannot go back
Yes,
now.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Sure, sure.
So, uh, so I'm reading the chat screens also. What are typing? Thanks. Please use the link pinned. And no. So that is what I was telling. So suppose I had in mind, tell me about the rivers or something in mind that it should get me about the rivers, but it is giving me geography, size, culture, history, X, Y, Z. So similarly, you may have something, but because my prompt is very generic. So that is what my slide was referring to. Is more generic the prompt, more generic the output. Now I will try to make a prompt more specific. I did. Oh, I want to know about rivers in India. You can use anything. Zoos in India, deserts in India, whatever you like. Cities in India. Means I just randomly try typing. I want to know about rivers in India. And I'm executing it. So now the text is not important. Now you see it is not us telling me about anything else. It is exclusively trying to cover what are the rivers in India are happening. So this is what it was more specific the prompt, more specific the output. I will go more specific now. I say tell me about the rivers in the state of Rajasthan in India. Tell me, because I'm sitting in Pilani campus, Rajasthan. So tell me about rivers in Rajasthan state in India. Let whatever it generates, but so rivers of Rajasthan, it is giving me the Chambal River is there, Luni River is there. Please don't fret about the how the outputs are coming on your screen. Outputs will vary, but more or less the you will understand that we are funneling down from more generic to more precise output. But you have to understand it cannot the thing what we want. It cannot be in our mind. Our minds are not yet linked to it. One day neural link will come and Mr. Musk will allow us to think what we think it will do right now or not. So we have to manually type it. And that was where I requested that if you are having a this keyboard, it will help you a lot for the day. That was the instruction was. So let me know once you understand this and we can move forward. I hope the tapering down has happened for everybody. Keep on happening, keep on doing, keep on doing. So one thing more I need to tell is everybody somewhere down the screen, top of the screen, there will be a portion for a new chat. Like for me, it is over here, a new chat. So all of you will have to locate. I will give you 2 minutes, whatever tool you are using. Just browse somewhere. Sometimes it's on the top of the screen, left hand side. Somewhere it is written new chat, start news. Please locate that button. to avoid what has happening as we communicate with this tool, it will remember, like it has started to recall in its brain that I am today discussing about something about India, something about rivers. So the future interaction, if if I do not start a fresh chat, will get influenced by the previous chat. To avoid that, as the workshop progresses, I will ask you multiple times to start a fresh chat to keep our output in a certain context. Else the context will move left and right and you will feel confused, because I assume that everybody is not a newbie to GenAI, but a newbie to what content I am doing. Yeah.
Professor Nigam, can you just show on Claude where exactly is the new chat once again?
Sir, I am using the Slider app. So for me, it is on the download. Please, anybody who's using actually the Cloud app can tell where it is.
Yeah, so
Anybody who's
I'm using Claude, and Claude.
On web, it is
okay,
on
I
left
found it.
side.
Yeah,
Left
got
corner.
it. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So now I hope everybody knows where it is, right? In their respective tool. Cool. Okay. So I'm going back to content now. And this was done from now on. So why this word from now on is written? Okay, the last thing is I also tool. We are going back to a tool. So some prompts are, as the slide is saying, that the second last point. Let me in this mode only rather than going to the fancy animation mode. It will speed up the workshop. Immediate prompts versus prompts that span the time horizon. This point I'm referring to. So what does it mean? Right now, what I have communicated it, I have not given it something that has to last for every output. From if I start writing, just randomly I'm typing. From now on, after each output, type. You have to give in quotes like that. Just that's like my name, like for no reason. But I'm saying from now on. So from now on is a very powerful thing. It now once I execute it, it will go it's in memory till I start a fresh chat or I ask it to start over. It will get into feed into memory that whatever output it is coming, it will type my name as Achint Nigam as an output along with that output that it was intended to do. So let us see. This is what this memory function is there. So I'm saying from now on for each output, type Achint Nigam. After each output. I understand. Now it has said, okay, I understand your request. From now on, I will add Achint Nigam at the end of each output. So very simple. I asked, I should not ask like, how many states are in India? Very simple. So it has typed everything. And then for whatso no reason, it has also typed my name because it has said I have given a time lasting prompt. Very simple. You have to be very careful with the words. अब आपने लिख दिया means when you have typed that from now on. So from now on is a very, it's like a sleeper cell that you have activated. It's a keyword from now on. अब कहता है whatsoever comes, I will do this. You are my God, and your God has told me that from now on type Achint Nigam. It will keep on typing whatsoever you do. I request just quickly type anything random whatsoever prompt you have given, and you will see that this is getting repeated for every output. Once you have done, just
is this a new chat that we have to start?
No, sir. You can this. You can continue with the old version also. I will let you know new chat. This you can continue.
Didn't happen on Claude. I tried doing that.
Sir, if you have no, you have to ask another question. Next question you have to ask.
Yeah, I did. I said from now on, after each output, ask me, does this satisfy you, Your Highness? But it didn't say that after the next question, which was how many states are there in India.
No, it should happen. It should happen. But I will go with this content verifier thing later, sir. Either you start a new chat and you can check. Anish, and you have something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that, Manav sir, if you actually happen to enter something which will be covered on later in the workshop, that there are something known as guardrails, which will prevent the model from doing certain actions. So when you ask it to print Your Highness or some words like it, there are guardrails which might classify it to not print it.
So it happened in Cloud AI. It is working for that. But I refer to key resources first. Let me take something else I can do for you. Okay, so people are getting general consent with the data configured. Anish, so Anish is helping. Thank you, Anish. Mine is working for ChatGPT. Miss, you can type anything. Miss, okay, don't go for your name. For after everything, type true. You can go very normal word. Type true. Don't go with the name specific highness. Just type. This is a very beginner's first hour. Hai. Don't let us go to the let us say fifth hour of the content. Else we will derail ourselves. So Amit sir, what I'm just I was asking, referring to was the content. The last point on my slide was there is content on immediate prompts versus prompts that last a span of time. So if you say something like using keywords from now on, do this. So it will try its best to do it in the each output. So I told that from now on, after each output, type my name, Achint Nigam. So it was that demo that I gave it to you.
Professor Nigam, can I interrupt?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you something? Okay. So,
Yes, sir. So if it's not technical and non-intimidating, else I will ask. I will pause you now. I mean, if it's very technical. If
no, I said so. I'm using Claude. So I said, okay, after every output, say true. It says, I will not be adding true after every response. I aim to provide helpful direct assistance without adding unnecessary phrases to my messages.
Either you change a tool, miss, your Claude is fine-tuned to something which is it is not working. I don't think it should give so many problems because other people are telling it's working. I just start a new chat. You start a new chat, something is working behind the scene.
I started a new chat only.
And use a simple thing. Yeah, please use your name. Please use your name. Please type Manav for this. Just use simple thing because we are digressing too much in the first hour. So it's working for everybody else. So I have to move forward because we are still in the 8th slide and everybody can see there's 114 slides. To keep the engagement going, I'll let you know that there's a VBS script running behind. So the bar that you see at the bottom, the red portion has to be completed. It goes from the left to right. It will keep on increasing, but that's the VBS script running behind. So you can know not the slide number. Slide number is there, but how much progress is made. So we have converted this content. So now we are going into the integrity of what we are going to learn. So this image was also shared to you that the basic heads under which this 24 patterns will get clustered into are foundation patterns, interaction, analytical, content transformation, and advanced strategic patterns. Our agenda for the day is, because it's the first day, means I will try to reach here, not complete it. First two, I will try to complete it, and then I will somewhere stop between analytical patterns. Okay? Then I will, this content is slightly easy also, but this is day one. I want you to do lots of practice. So do not mind if some content is left behind, but I will try to reach analytical, but I may speed up tomorrow. I will keep these first 2 hours a bit slow so that you can understand. But once you're in a habit of seeing the description document, not to use document and copy pasting it, tomorrow we can speed it up because tomorrow we'll have to complete 2.5 hours also, and we will complete the content, the foundation level content. Okay. So I will. This was the image slide that was already shared with you. That all the overview. I'm reading everything. You can just see on this. Today, the first 5 are these things. Let us forget what are the remaining 4 columns are saying. The first thing is the persona pattern. That is what the example I started with. I don't know. Yadina, can you just do something simple? Like, do not go, you are testing something in which the model is creating, have some guardrails built into it. That is why falling. Just use something designed. Just after every answer, type a cross, something, it will work. Or as you use a real example, that was very fun to do example. So I'm not sure why you are always, why most of you, some of you are getting into trouble, but it was just fun to show you an example. Let us delve into the main content. Or just start a fresh chat and do it again. If you face an issue, just start a fresh chat. And so the foundation patterns, that is what we will start with. These are the basic things. Persona pattern, few shots running. So let us go directly into it. I will just skip 2-3 slides, and because they will bore you. Just see this first thing. Persona pattern is about basic load assignment. So what is going to happen is, I'm just skipping all the details. This summary slide I've explained. Foundation patterns, getting started. Basic role assignment. If you just go to the description portion for it, the persona pattern is simply just open the PDFs that you are having. I'm putting it up on the screen also. So let us slowly read what this pattern is all about. In layman terms, you tell that prompt, that ChatGPT, please behave as this person is behaving, and then respond as this person may do for my question that I am asking. This is a very simple explanation as you read the text. Behave as a CEO, behave as a senior manager, behave as a worker. so and so forth, and then respond as this worker will respond. What has happened is, as Anish was also telling, that this has been trained and trained and trained. It has seen so many documents that it has identified certain patterns, that it has seen executive level documents also, it has seen entry level documents also. So it is known that these kind of people will use these kinds of words. With this probabilistic and all the technicals is left, let us keep it aside. And then it will try to generate that in the output in that kind of context. So as we read that, it instructs just read this portion, just read this first para in whichever PDF that you are accessing, just read there. That it instructs the AI to adopt a specific character, role, or expertise when generating responses. This shapes the tone, knowledge, depth, and perspective of answers, creating consistency and relevance to specialized domains. So we will tell, act like this person from now on, act like this person, and whatsoever you respond, suppose that person is responding, not in a neutral way, not in my way, as the role I'm giving to you. And again, I'm telling that don't give a very sensitive name. Don't use behave as a Putin, behave as Xi Jinping, behave as PM Modi. It may be trained to not behave as that way. You will get an error to it. I'm telling you, it happens. If you use a China DeepSeek, you are asking anything specific about China, it will say I do not know, or I'll discuss something else. So if it is repeatedly saying let's discuss something else, it means that it has been fine-tuned not to respond you to that. That is the ethical or the guardrails, or you can say whatsoever boundary conditions has been given to it. And now how to manipulate that can be done, but we are not covering that. Some advanced at jailbreaking and doing this, but we are not going it. We may go if the time remains, but still I'm assuming this is entry level. I have that content ready with me, but maybe some advanced level, or in case we left some time with it. Prompt leaking, jailbreaking, we are not covering as of now, the day one. So if you have read this, the simple thing is, the next thing you want to know how to communicate. So the contextual statement that I will show, this is the language we will tell to Chat GPT. So we will say act as persona X. X means what we want to act. X will be replaced. Act as a persona X and provide outputs as that persona X will create. So contextual statement, you can say just like a blueprint of a formula or a pattern from pattern type. So this persona pattern, if you want to use it, you do not need to tell that I behave as a persona pattern. It will understand what, as you type, act as persona X, act as someone, a senior level manager, and provide output as that manager will provide. It will understand that you are using persona pattern. You do not need to tell. Like in R programming, you have to tell that for visualization, please use ggplot, and then only I will understand, okay, I have to pull that group of functions and then execute, then only it will understand. Else it will say, I do not know what you are talking about. Here, you do not need to say that I'm using persona pattern. These things, what we are discussing today, after let us say 1 month, it will become a secondary nature for you. You do not need to remember these key terms, but you will understand. If I want that output in that person's language, I will just behave as that person and provide me the output. That is what. You do not need to remember the word persona pattern. So go to your, this is a slide that I will showing. This is just copy pasted in the docs file, that Word document that I have. So I will request if everybody wants to do the same page, you just read the first example and then copy paste it in your whatsoever tool you are using. That act as an experienced HR manager. So I'm just zooming in because I need to bold it. Yes, Anish, please. Thank you, Anish, very much for your help. Please. Thank you. I will take it.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me. Wish all the participants a great learning experience. Bye.
Yeah. So we continue. You see that how I'm telling, act as an experienced HR manager. Now I'm telling you are from now on, you are an HR manager only, experienced also. And then suppose you are conducting a job interview for a management training position, ask me so and so forth as you read. Till this point, I would request, do not type this for now. Just hold it. Just execute it till this portion. Just copy, paste it as it is. I will show you how to do it. But do not type this. I will tell you why I added this content. It will not be there in your example. So just hold it for a moment. So this is the first example. I am just copying it. Start a new chat. First, start a new chat. Everybody start a new chat. Let the previous example go from its memory. I'm just copying it from the document. I'm going to the prompt. I'm going to my GPT. I'm saying, Miss, this is a Claude. I'm starting a new. I have pasted it as it is. Which we need nothing to change. Do not type as it. Ask question for one at a time. Let it be. Has everybody got to this stage? Yeah, Akraba. So that is like a sleeper cell activation. Act as is a sleeper cell activation. You are clicking it. Act as. It's a keyword. Act as, or I have. Yeah, you can use consider yourself. It will identify. It will probabilistically identify that these words are same. But if you say act as, it will done. And consider yourself as, behave as. It will understand. Don't worry about that. Orco, it will behave. Okay. It is trained to it. Earlier it used to happen in first year of its launch that it is not able to identify, but now it is trained. It will adjust. Yeah. So once this is done, let us run. Let it regenerate whatsoever it is generating for now. It has generated something for you. Some of you may be getting multiple questions. Mine, I am getting one question. Is it the case or not? Some of you will be getting multiple questions. Usually these are very generic patterns. It is not limited to any tool. Means you can do it anything. Is this pattern restricted to chat or is it applied for any chat? Any tool that you are using. Some of you will be getting one question. Some of you will be getting multiple questions. It should happen. Happening now? Yeah. As you are saying, it will happen. And now one funny thing I tell you. You read just a part of your response. You just read a part of your response and do one thing. Everybody will somewhere in the screen will have this regenerate response option also. Okay. Will have this regenerate response also. You can click that regenerate response. Just read first what it has printed or you generate. Ask it to regenerate that response.
Sir, actually, my question was that if we say act as a HR manager or something, so is it restricted to that particular chat or the whole GPT or
Huh.
I say
So
Claude trains itself like HR or it's limited to that particular chat only?
for for that particular session that you are into, once you have said act as it, and if you also add from now on behave, it will keep on behaving as an HR chat manager, HR guy. Once you
Okay.
stay you chat, you will forget that it's an HR. Once you say remove everything, just think that you are an HR person from now on. If you also add from now on, every response will be like
Okay.
an HR person
So
is giving
for
you.
that, right. So for that chat only, if I say act, it will be restricted to the chat. But if I say from now on, then it will affect my any chat. I think that's
No. Once you start if you go, I click this new chat, it will forget everything. That's a clean state. Clean state. Everything forgotten. It behaves again normal.
okay. 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 Okay.
And
Got it.
okay. So one question, so and so forth. 5 questions. Some are getting yes. This should happen. And now, those who are regenerated the response, just see whatever response you got, it will be different. See, here in the first thing is good morning. I am Sarah Chain, HR manager. In the second is I am Sarah Wilson. Somehow my is always a Sarah will come, but it will change. It is not consistent on that because that is the randomness involved into it. I will not go into again the mathematics side, but the response will be consistent overall. Overview make response will be consistent. But every time you say, Arey, what happened? Just a moment ago, you were Sarah Chain, HR manager at some innovative solution Inc. in my firm. Now you have become Sarah Wilson, HR manager at Gover Innovations. What is happening? But that is what the beauty of what that is what the randomness is all about. I hope you are also seeing to it. Let me see some chats till now. What happened till you identify? Is it asking me more questions to answer the query? Yes. Just let me go some back, then I will come. When asked to regenerate the same question, it's the same question in different language, not a different language. Just let us say paraphrasing. It is paraphrasing or language. I thought it's not the language of what you mean. Language will still be English. You are not sent, Mr. Siddiqui. The language you mean?
Yeah, but the language I meant it's just rephrasing and
Rephrasing. Yeah, that
changing.
is what I
Yeah.
was trying to show. And it's asking me more questions to answer the query. Yeah. So Alka, if you continue the chat, that this is what is happening. The first it's asked. So let's begin with the first question. It will become an interactive trend. Like tell me about the time challenging and all. So once you answer it, it will give you some feedback because and this type of feedback of what is totally depending upon the prompt that you have given. Please read the prompt very carefully. Please read the prompt very carefully that what we are learning in this example is as an experienced HR manager, you are doing so and so forth. You are restricting that. Ask me challenging questions about only these 4 5 topics about leadership, team, problem solving. As an HR person, these kind of questions an HR person will ask, as are in common manager interviews. And then please provide feedback on my responses as if you are evaluating me as a real candidate. So those who have just got one question, what you need to do is try to type anything. Try to answer it in your own. Maybe 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. Quickly try to answer, press enter, see it will generate a feedback for you. And those who are getting this 5 multiple questions, you can do not do anything refresh. Just type in the next line that ask me one question at a time. It will reduce the 5 questions to one question and it will give you one question first. This is what a queue is. This is not a pattern. This is like somewhere cheat sheets that I can tell you that you can say writing such things in case you are getting so plethora or too many things asked by GPT. Because you said that ask me questions, it has given you 5 questions. Those who are getting those 5 questions. So you can say ask me one question at a time. No need to copy the whole chat. Just type this line, single line. Ask me one question at a time. It will work. Don't worry about that. And again, Mr. Siddiqui is saying, okay, he has got it, whatsoever. And Anupama, it should not happen in case unless you are having a very fixed, you are fine-tuned to exactly the same thing. It should not happen. Regenerate option, chat GPT, those who are using, please help Mr. Nazar, wherever there is regenerative saving. Just look somewhere, you will find. Just hover your mouse wherever
That
your
is
screen is.
answered.
So, chalo. So I will be able to use one example. Everybody is free to refer to the docs in case I have given you multiple examples also. I cannot use all the 4 examples. So in case you are accessing the docs, you decide to use second example, I'm not stopping you. I've given you multiple examples for that same pattern. So it is like one pattern. I will do one example, maybe the first one, second one. That is not a concern. But I have given you multiple examples. So if you want to use a second example, not much after the class or during the when I say that use an example, just select the second one. Every time start a new chat so that your answers are not, because now you're asking it become to the people operations director. This is some other post and this was some HR manager. So start a new chat. You are free to use. Okay. You are free to use. Satvik, are you there? Okay, he's not there. Okay. So what is happening over here is we are comfortable. So now we move forward. So everybody's comfortable with this persona pattern, and anybody who's not comfortable with it, just please let me know. Everybody's comfortable. Everybody understood. So if you understood, now the second step as we are doing is we need to go to the document which says when not to use. So I'm going to the second document where it was NTU or not to use document, and we will read it. When it's not a good time to use such kind of exercise, when not to use a prompt pattern. So at this point in time, you should be able to read that when objectivity and balance analysis are paramount. Because once you said act as it will have a biasness in acting as a that person. So to avoid that, if you want objectivity and a balanced analysis, you should not use a persona pattern. Okay? Because there will be an inherent bias reflecting in the perspective of the adopted role. And you can skip, sorry for this, skip when factual information retrieval is the primary goal. As personas, they embellish or filter facts through character-specific lenses. Yeah. And don't choose sensitive topics while role-playing or asking it that might seem inappropriate or disrespectful, or also ineffective when users need transparent methodology rather than domain-specific framing or responses. Basically, if you do not want that person's view of mind to be engaged, you want a neutral point of view, do not make that person behave it. Else, it will have whatsoever biasness is there, and it will behave. I'm not sure if it is fine-tuned for this. It's not. Suppose you say act as a corrupt employee, and it starts behaving, and do not suppose you say act as a current employee, a corrupt employee, and do not accept the guilt or whatsoever wrongdoing that you have done. Then come what may, it will not accept. And suppose you want something on the contrary, then you will feel challenged to. Then you will start a new chat. So this is how this is a one prompt pattern is completed, and this is how we will going throughout the workshop. So any doubts the content? This is one. Now we start moving to next. But anything not clear? This is one prompt pattern that has been completed. So everybody understands
So I
the
have a
way.
question.
Yeah.
Do you have like a limit on the amount of pattern
Words, tokens,
description that we
text,
can do?
text, right? So Mr. Rohit is asking a very fundamental question. In the offline workshop that my HOD also mentioned that I took last week, this word limit was not an issue until unless you copy paste a huge encyclopedia, like you go to wiki page and you go to a very large wiki page and you just copy page whole, then it will reach a word limit. Earlier versions which were free had some daily limit of 30 times, 20 times, 5 times. But for my last workshop that I did it in person for the whole 8 hours, it was a single day, means 4 into 2 sessions, right? You are having 2 days, means 4 sessions, 2 hours each. But nobody said that, sir, we ran out of gas. So I hope the same. That's why I said that free versions will be suffice, or there's no need for any paid versions. The the answer's goodness or richness can vary from free to paid model. That is what you are seeing on my screen. I am using a very paid model. I have a 200 per year subscription. That is why that will happen. But I hope, because in the offline version I didn't find a limit. Somebody is saying that, sir, after 1 or 2 hours that we stop. It is not working. It is saying recharge something. It should not happen for you also, because we are breaking for 4 days.
So my question was more in terms of applicability. For example, if I give them that a persona detailed, if I give them a very detailed persona, and the complexity of the persona increases, do you see changes in the answers that come up? Is there like a sort of a word limit that this is a good word limit to give a persona range or something?
So what you are going, it is moving slightly. Means persona range is no output, but again, I'm just adding something over here. If you say that give me the output in at least 500 words or at max 500 words, if you start making boundary conditions, it will start happening. This is like second hour or the third hour, but you start saying that do not go above this.
Okay.
Then it will behave. Or you say at least 1,000. At least 1,000 means more than 1,000. I will not stop till I want.
I see. Okay, got it.
Okay, Rohit, clear? So this is the first pattern. Let me just quickly see if there's anything chat that is happening. So meanwhile, I will request.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And maybe you would address it later as well. But what would be the difference between a persona pattern and a custom GPT that we can create, and
Okay.
where it would be better to rely
So
on using a custom pattern?
Naval, please remind me this question at the end of the workshop.
Sure.
People will get intimidated. I do not want to intimidate.
Okay.
I can answer this question, but
Yes,
at the last
absolutely.
10 minutes, we stay after 9:30 and I answer this question. If somebody is interested, I will answer them for them also. But this question goes to 9:30. Because custom GPT is not the scope. I can answer, but 9:30. Okay. So remind me this. I have the answer. And so let me say what a Naval GPT. Fine. Cloud AI is mentioning free access over Cloud AI. So Mr. Chandra, it should not happen. Chandrasekhar, go to ChatGPT. Free access is over. If you have made an account, it will not happen. You have to make an account also. Like not to pay, but make a free access account. Make an account. And a single prompt can be around 3,500 words. Yeah. Now, Deepak, you have missed 5,000 words is write an essay. Means you want to push it boundaries, that will go. That I solved. At somewhere it will solve. 5,000 words, nobody is going to type. 5,000 words is more than what a research paper is all about. You will not type a research paper as a prompt. You will attach it as a PDF and you will try to do summarize this and that. This is like we are experting on day one and confusing the things, right? So let's not get into that. Let's stick on the basics. I appreciate all these questions, but all these questions from 9:30 to 10:30 special bonus hours for each of these special curious questions. I will do answer everything, but not from 9:30 to 10:30. So let's move. So first pattern is done, and now we move to the second pattern, that is the few shots learning pattern. This is another thing. This is a very interesting example we will do. So what few shots learning is there, that you tell that this is my input, this is my output, this is my input, this is my output. So now at the next time you said this is my input, I don't tell the output, you tell the output. So quickly read the description. Don't do the example. I will show you a real example. This is a very example that do not copy from the docs. We will do a live example right here, right now. We will understand how sentiment analysis is done. Exam, those who study sentiment analysis for a whole semester, I will show you in 2 minutes. You learn sentiment analysis, and everything they learn for the whole 4 months is totally useless. So let us see. This is a context statement that you give pairs, that this is the input, this is the output, this is the input, this is the output. So we will make pairs of the as in a prompt, and then I will say this is, I don't tell you the output, but this is the input. You tell me the output. So just quickly go and read your PDF what the description is all about this second prompt. Quickly, I have very 50 words small introductions. This is a few shots learning. Provide multiple examples demonstrating the desired input-output relationships, enabling the AI to recognize patterns and generate similar responses for new inputs. This approach establishes expectations through demonstrations rather than explicit instructions, helping AI to understand nuanced requirements through practical examples that illustrate desired outcome format style. Let the English there it be. Let us do a practical example. All of you go to any Amazon page, open any website, open any website, e-commerce website, any website. Okay. So I am just randomly opening Amazon. Go open any website, e-commerce, Flipkart, Amazon. Don't do the docs example. I show you a very real example. So randomly one day I was looking for this speaker. So any product open, you please open any product. Okay. And for any product, you have to go to the where the customers have given review. Reach any e-commerce website, reach any page, any product XYZ. Don't mimic my same product. Any product that you like. Any product that you like, reach that page, go wherever the customers have given reviews. Any e-commerce website, it's not limited. Okay. So just give me a thumbs up when you have reached your destined folder, then I will show you. Any favorite product you have reached, just give me a thumbs up that all of you have reached any XYZ product. Okay, good. So everybody is giving me a thumbs up. So what is happening is you see these are category of reviews in your own website. Somewhere 5-star, 4-star, 3-star reviews filtering can be done. Okay. So to keep the exercise simple for a day one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of simple 5-star review. Like, okay. So like this is a 5-star review the customer has given, and you have to be bit careful while because you are giving the prompt. You have to be careful that some person should not have given a written good words and have said 1-star product. Okay, that you need to be careful all about. So what I'm doing is I'm just copying it. The sound, bass, clarity is great. Okay, and everything else is great. I'm just copying it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, we missed 1 or 2 sentences of your voice because of the
Okay,
earphone
sorry.
problem.
So what I meant to is just go to where the feedback is given, and wherever any 5-star feedback is given, but just first read the statement. Do not blindly copy. But it should reflect that it is a 5-star review. Okay. So you should reflect means while reading, it should not be a person given a 1-star and written statements praising it, or it's a 5-star or vice versa. What we need to do is just take one example. So I say the sound is bass, clarity, size equal is great. Okay. As is great. I'm just Control C I have done. I'm going to Chat GPT or whatsoever tool I'm using. My Cloud. I'm starting a new chat. I'm just writing in input and I'm pasting it whatsoever text I've done. Okay. So one thing more, it can happen that there are two ways: either enter, Control enter, or Shift enter. There are 3 ways in which one of the things will work. First, you have to check before doing the exercise that on which way the prompt is not getting executed. For me, it is Shift enter. It can be enter for you and Shift enter to execute, or Control enter with just check that in how in one paragraph, but in you can break the line. So as if you are figuring it out in some chat GPT and all, please put in the description what is working for you so that the persons who are using it, they can figure it out as well. Okay, and then I'm saying input is 5-star review, just a key 5, nothing else.
Professor Nigam,
And
what
but
have you written in the input? I can't read it.
input is the I have copied this for a 5-star review. I just copied the first sentence. I have read it. It is like it's a 5-star, so I just copied it. Input and the first line of a 5-star review. Input is my that I am giving it a feedback statement. Output is a 5-star review. Thank you all for helping Mr. Nanjan and all those who are helping other people. It's appreciated. Shift enter for Claude. Yeah, it's for Claude. For shift enter is for me. Shift enter for ChatGPT also. So first, do not execute it right now because we are yet to do this. I am waiting once you confirm that people have reached this stage. I will tell you this is not done. We have to still continue. Do not execute it. Okay. So now what you have to do, you have to give a break of an empty line. So you have to do this breaking twice. So I am doing it shift enter twice. So that once I execute it, ChatGPT understand this is one set. अब हम उसको बता रहे हैं कि this is one set. Now what I do is I go back and my e-commerce page, and now I'm just filtering it to some 3-star review. And okay, so this looks for an easy purpose that it's an average performance. Better go to some previous version. This is selectively I'm giving it. I'm copying this text. Similarly, you go to a 3-star review, and whichever product you're doing, just copy. Just read the text. Do not blindly copy. Just read the text. It should look like a 3-star review for now because we are slowly training. We are not having a full 10 hours to make it very fine-tuned. So we have to be very careful what you're giving. Come back again, type the word input, and just copy paste whatsoever you have copied. Again, same shift enter, output as a 3. And those who are quick enough, when the next step, I will allow you to take a leave. What you need to do, you get a 1-star review also. I'm just waiting for if somebody is having a trouble. But those who are quick enough are understanding what I'm saying. We have to go again, means do couple of shift enters and get a 1-star review. Get a 1-star review. And just make sure that it's an authentic 1-star. It should have words like poor, exceptionally, useless, something kind of that. So I'm going to the 1-star. Okay, it's yeah. Just for me, it's like this: very poor sound quality, not worth the money. What the money spent. Very poor sound quality, not worth the money spent. And I'm saying this, yes, this is a good 1-star. And I'm again doing the same exercise. Input V, shift enter, output. Please don't panic in case it gets executed. Just start a fresh chat and continue. It can happen. Somebody might execute it by default. Don't panic. It's the first day. This kind of work is the first day. I'm not saying that you are the first day for you. But I'm saying a 1. So now what we have done till now is we have given ChatGPT examples that this is the way it has to be done. This is the way I expect that this is my input. This is a 5-star input. This is a 3-star input. This is a 1-star input. So this is my once I executed. This is how I will train. One thing will happen is, but just see what is going to happen. What I need you to do. Let us take you take any 5-star or 1-star, take a new 5-star or 3-star input, means a new feedback. Means press a couple of gaps, input, press this colon, go back, pick another one. So I'm again going maybe a 5-star and some randomly, yeah, like this is a truly amazing product. Safe to call it a thunder in a teacup, whatsoever it is. And I'm just copy pasting it. Again, a shift enter. This time I am not saying it's a what it is. I'm stopping over here. And once everybody is here, just let me know that you have certain kind of structure. There are 3 inputs of different levels. And one thing in which you have not printed the output. If you are already here, You can execute it. If you're not here, I've been waiting for you if you have certain options. Just execute it and see the output. If you're done as it is, execute it and see what the output is. Is it right or wrong? If it's right or wrong, you type in on chat. Else, if you're stuck, what you can ask.
Yeah, it is right output.
So by this, our friends, those who have learned sentiment analysis, sorry for spending your 6 months or 1 year, whatever. And we have learned the sentiment analysis. We do not need to learn what's the coding behind it. It is what it is doing. Let it do. So we are not concerned about as if today.
Professor Nigam, can you just repeat the last part once again? So I put one input, one output for a 5-star, then another one input and output for a 3-star. After that, I've lost track of.
You have the third line as one input output for a 1-star.
Okay, yeah, correct. Huh? After that?
And then the fourth line is you go and pick any other input which is either 3, 5, or 1-star. Do not tell the output and execute it. It will learn and it's the pattern that is running behind it, and it will give you very high chance. I'm not saying definite, but high chance it will give you the correct. Yes, Dr. Sinwani?
Sorry, Professor Achint, actually I came late, so I have just one query, silly query. Actually, we have to do all these tasks only on the chat GPT, or that is the cloud 3.7 sonnet thing, what it is. I'm not able to understand that part.
Any tool. Class is free to use any tool. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Cloud, whichever a free version or paid version you have access to.
So this is cloud 3.7 is another format like the chat GPT you want to say?
Yeah. So I have access to all because I have ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, all of things.
Okay.
I have so many. I can just pick and drop. So, but
okay.
For the purpose, I'm using.
One more question I want to ask. As you have given us basically the PDF file in which you have written the pattern description, so that also we need to provide. Then only we are able to get this answer, or only we have to get input output, or then after that automatically we are going to get the output. Are you able to understand my question or not?
That PDF is just explaining to you the.
Okay. Means nothing to give to the chat GPT for their learning, right?
That is the example document. That's a Word doc. That's the fourth document. That's the next document. So here is a very, that example was not funny enough. If somebody wants to do, this is a few short learning example in response pattern. So after the class, everybody is free. Everybody has access to this. So they can just copy, paste it and do it something. But I wanted people to learn and actually enjoy. So I didn't use this. People are free to use. This is every public domain knowledge now. Provided that people do not let the copyright be there. But anyhow, these are long examples. But I hope people enjoyed this one versus copy pasting it. I hope that people are enjoying.
Thank you.
So that was sentiment analysis, my dear friends. Those who teach sentiment analysis, sorry to disappoint you. Students will not come to your class now. So where were we? So quickly, Miss, I will not waste much of time. Quickly go and see not to use statement. Just quickly go and come back. Let me know, Miss, you will understand that. Miss, should be those who have done the example. Just quickly go to the when not to use, and quickly read and ask me certain doubts if they have, so that we can start warming up. Manav sir, can you mute yourself, Miss, if you're asking that? To avoid when you need AI to generate novel approaches beyond conceptual boundaries, establishing examples. Because yes, what has happened is because I was about to tell them something other people asking. What this means is the reasoning. This once you start giving this output as 5, 3, 2, you didn't knowingly, but unknowingly you told them I do not want the text, anything else. Just give me these numbers. Now this model has improved. These models have generally improved. They understand. Okay, this person 1, 2, 3, 5. You have never said that this is a customer review. It is something rating. It has understood the context as well. So these are the things model becoming smart, and that is why every day on the newspaper you read millions of people will lose their jobs. It is true. You will lose their job. If this thing can be done, it can be done. No, so if you to start to doing this abba chabba and start to playing it, I cannot help that. This is the workshop is not for fun, right? Abba chabba tabba, you start to doing it. I cannot do this. So fun part is for your own sake only. It's in the same folder in which Tanushi. It's in the same folder in which you were having access to other documents. It's in the same folder. Everything is the same. At least one line break. At least one line break should be there. So to tell that this is one set, this is second set, this is third set. At least once. That is why one set line set of break. And yeah, so this is what Miss once we're sending 135, no text is coming because you output is not understood by the output you are giving. If after the class, if you do it, suppose you type output as this is a 5-star review, this is a 3-star review, this is a 1-star review. Then you ask do the same exercise, it will do output. This is a 5-star review as you have given. This is the beauty. It is trying to learn. That makes these models so scary. Okay, so now this is complete. I hope meantime people have read this when not to use. If there is any doubt, just let me know. For highly complex tasks, for example, insufficient plan. So we move to the third pattern now. To the third pattern now. Yes, Orbo?
So does it drive it?
Orbo, it's echoing. Meanwhile, Orbo fixes his mic. We move to the Orbo, you can type. I will read it and respond, but I will move to the lecture part one. Anybody else? I hope there's no question, right? I can move. So we are moving to the third thing. Now the template pattern. This is still a foundational pattern. So just read the description of this template pattern that you have. This basically the template pattern will tell you that provide me the output in this structured format. I will tell you that in the previous thing we are telling you exactly what to type. Here, once you understand this pattern, it will not be exactly what you type, but it will be type like this, that give me 1 point for this, 2 point for this, a paragraph for this. So I will specify what my requirements are. I will not tell you that what actually I want to type. Unlike the few examples, when I am actually telling you that this is a 5432, you type me only 543. Here I will not tell you that, but I will give you a blueprint that I want. These are the 5 points I need you to fill. You fill me 1 point for here, 2 point for this, a 100-word summary for this, and maybe something else. Just read the template pattern. This is the wrong slide. This is and not to use. This is the description. So now you read define specific structural frameworks for AI responses, including designated sections, headings, and formatting elements. This pattern ensures consistency across outputs while guiding the AI to organize information in a predetermined user-friendly format that addresses all required components systematically and enhances readability through standardized presentations. We are giving a structure to an output. We are not telling give me exactly what, but we will tell you that do this exercise for us. So how this will get executed is you will tell it that contextual statement is like the basic formula or this is a basic prompt pattern that is going to do. How the language of the prompt should be to tell him that this is a template pattern prompt. You do not need to tell it this is a template pattern prompt. You have to talk in this language. Once this language is going, it will understand that you are talking me in terms of templates. Okay. So it is saying that I am going to provide a template for your output. I am telling this. Right? X is my placeholder. So X is again like X can be as anything. As you see the example, X can be as a rectangle, it can be a square, it can be a caps lock. X means anything that will convey that whenever I type something like this, you have to do some task over here. X is my placeholder for content. Try to fit the output into one or more of the placeholders and please preserve the formatting and overall template. So just I will tell you how it looks like. This is how it exactly looks like. So it is randomly a business proposal. So you say that I need to do this task, but if you stop over here as your loyal servant, it will generate something. The format may or may not be of your liking. To get that format in your liking, you will say, I need to create a business format, but the format is to be this. So first should be an executive summary. This is this portion that you see for everything. This is the X. This is a placeholder. So when you say that executive summary, one paragraph overview. Here, this will do put a one paragraph for an overview. You say the second point should be problem statement, then it should be only a clear definition. If a definition is needed, it will not add any other text. Similarly, and so forth, you will say that these are my placeholders. In this example, you are saying anything between a square bracket, whatever I type, you have to fill over here. Okay. Is this thing making sense? So I am saying that give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, 1 to 6. These are the 6 points that I need to the report. Do not add a 7th point. And once you are adding these 6 points, within these 6 points, I need only this thing. I do not need another, let us say 100 points that you have in mind that you can give an output. I do not need it. Please put it, keep it in your pocket. Do not ask me. Do not tell me. I need only this 6 points. And also in these 6 points, I need this very specific output. So quickly go to, there will be two examples at least. So it's your choice of which example you want to do. And I'm going to the example of here, template pattern. This will be page 3 of page 3. Okay. This is the same example that you saw. So nothing to do much, just copy it. No need to copy the top portion. You can just copy all these bullet points. And start a fresh chat first, because previous this thing is done. Else it will start influencing your output. Paste it. Now somebody can ask, I am executing it also. What is going to happen? Just see. You understanding? So it has tried to show you that okay, you have given me this command, and some of you, now again it will happen, some of you it has given you a dummy output also. Rather than giving me what this model is showing to me, for some of you, you may let me know you're agreeing or not, it will give you a dummy output also. Randomly, any form it will have thought of and giving you an output. It should be happening for some of you at least. No, I thought it can vary. That's not a syntax. This is just like a placeholder. So you will see that I added an executive summary. So it has said, okay, I will put the executive summary over here. And then it is saying that what I will do. For some of you, it will be just showing you a random output, what I am going to do now. I have not told you, I'm just saying, show me a sample output I am going to type for myself. Show me a sample output. When I am typing, those who are getting this way, you have to type, show me a sample output. If you are getting already a dummy field, then it is fine. I mean, it's not fine, but this is what this your loyal dog is doing. It is trying to please you. Once I show me a sample output, then it has randomly visualized some random form is there, and it is giving you an output in that same format. Okay, na? So because some of you are getting an output without this format, because it is a loyal servant to you. Like if you say, you will think, oh, I didn't tell you which kind of form here. I will not ask, sir. I'm a loyal master. मुझे तो करना है perform. You ask me, I will answer to you. Whatever I think is answer, but I will not ask you. I cannot ask you. I do not have authority. You are my lord. So if it has worked by default, it is like it is doing that way. In case it asks you, then you say, ask me sample output, and then you can quickly scroll it, and you can see that the format is the same. And all these points, what it is the outputting. No need to read the text. It will be exactly following as the way you have given the prompt. Only these 6, 7 points, and in this same manner. Those who are comfortable can go to the when not to use. I am still waiting if somebody has doubt. They can access their own PDFs. Yes. So people are saying, I got a business proposal. It asked me a topic. So it asks you a topic. It's your choice. You can say, okay, this is a topic, or you can say, show me a sample. So then it will generate you a random sample for it. If you do not have a particular business idea in mind, you can generate a business model. Please, Arenda, ask, show me a sample. Okay, Dr. Shekhar. Even if you're asking you, it is ask me a topic, you can respond, show me a sample. In any point in time, if the class feels I need to speed up, please let me know. In the offline class, people said that please move forward, please speed up. I'm getting slow. This is the first time this is doing online, so I'm doing it my pace that I think. In case the class feels, they can let me know speed up, I can speed it up. No, Vivek, majority have to agree. Not the first hour, but please speed up, I cannot do that. Multiple people has to say. So, not to use statements. It's not a fight, Miss. Day one will not be a fight. Second, I will give a poll to you to speed up or not speed up, and what. So what we were not to use template pattern. Please read this text when not to use template pattern. And so once avoid when flexibility and creativity exploration, because you are fixing it. Do this within this limited time frame. If you say only 10 words for every point I give, then all the creativity will be gone. It is forcing itself to give anything in 10 words only. So in case you want some flexibility and creativity in your outputs, don't do this. So whenever you have a doubt and not to use statement, please ask me. Miss, I will expect that it is understandable.
Sir, I have one question regarding this the template pattern. We like upload, let's say like I have made a table in Excel, and can we upload that Excel and say that fill it in this, something like that is possible?
Yeah, it is possible. But today data analysis is not the part I also mentioned in the scope. Data analysis I'm not considering. It is possible. You can use it as an attachment. Again, data analysis is not there. This is, you will have this option, attach a file, upload from your computer.
Oh.
You can say read the attached XLX file, read the attached CSV file, and do this task. But for the template pattern and all, I'm not going to do that for now. Which you can ask a table output that it can give you. So ask me, give me an output in a table, tabulated format, it will do.
Yeah, that I tried. Just now I tried, so that gave me the idea that can I make an Excel table and even fill the text inside the Excel file, something like that.
Yeah, you can do. But data analysis, Excel, and this is not part of this workshop. I will do it sometime next month. Sorry.
Understood.
Data analysis and Excel and all. How to get this output? That is a high level. That's not the scope.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So this is done. I'm moving to the next. Pushing slide the accelerator. So this is done. Now coming to the context manager pattern. So now what we are doing we are not telling him that act as a person like this, but still we are saying that within this limits, your response should exist. So we are fixing the context, setting the boundaries. So we will see the description of the text. This one, context manager. So what you tell is what are the essential backgrounds it needs to follow. If you say that we are in an educational setup, we are in a hospital setup, we are in a corporate setup, or exactly with a retail setup, so then it will start to visualize or analyze this, thinking probabilistically that only these limited set of words should go. To supply essential background information, constraints, and relevant details that frame the AI understanding of the task. Mota moti. This is what you need to understand, that you tell that this is an online workshop, then whatever response it will understand that it's how to deliver it online. I use this, I told it my content has to deliver it online. What should I do? What should I not do? So then I have laid a context.
So Professor Nigam, isn't it very similar to the template pattern?
No, template pattern, you are exactly telling that do this 50 words, 500 words, 5,000 words. Here you are not telling it. You are telling the boundary conditions, that do not put your answer like in answer the very first thing. Answers only about the conditions of the river. And now you can't go outside this box. Don't tell me about oceans when I'm asking about rivers. But how much text you want to give, I am not putting a boundary to that. Or which format I want to need, I need bullet points, I need numeric format, I need elaborate text, no boundary to it. That is what template is for.
Understood.
So given this, we are going to the, so we are saying that within the scope that X is what the boundary condition. Within the scope of X, you should do this task and you should not do this task. So what is going to happen is, this is a contextual statement that how we are going to prompt it. So let us see an example. Just the first example we will see. The bold highlight is there to you to tell you, to make you emphasize that we are following within, please, and ignore. The first one is generally the mandatory one. Other ones may be optional. Some text may be optional also. So the first example is saying that when analyzing the following business strategy, suppose you have already given it a business strategy. When analyzing a following business strategy, only consider, we are saying the scope, only consider factors related to competitive advantage and market positioning. Everything else about anything about finance, anything about operations, anything about supply chain, I don't care. Just tell me about competitive advantage and market positioning in your output. Don't tell me anything else. Don't tell me about corporate social responsibility. Don't tell me about ESG and whatsoever. And do not consider implementation details or operation concerns at this stage. So now you understand, I've given what you give as an output, that is your choice, but do not give anything else. I am telling you that give me only about competitive advantage and study. So please go back to your thing, just quickly copy paste it. So you will understand. The start of every fresh chat, this is by default, fresh chat, until I'll ask you to stay on the same chat. If I forget to tell you, start a fresh chat. So for those, it is telling, it may tell that ask me a business, give me a business study. You can say, give me a sample. That's a loophole. It will show you dummy, rather than you wasting time in having a real. But in real life, that is how you will give your actual business strategy and then analyze. That is the business context. I mean, in class, I cannot allow you to have a different business strategies, but because that's a sensitive data also. But once you use this in your real life, you go this and paste it in your actual business strategy, and it is done. So when analyzing the business strategy and executing it. No, Orko, it's not about repetitive response. You are telling that do not give me anything else, as I just said, only about marketing and whatsoever I asked. Competitive advantage. Don't tell me about ESG, because if you do not say, when you analyze a business strategy can be corporate also, it can be other things also that can go. That is also part of strategy. But if you do not want that to be in your output, because that is not the your focus for this chat, then you will say that this is my boundary context. So it is asking me, can you please provide me? So I will say, assume, give me a sample. Assume, give me, assume any firm. And show a sample output. So randomly it has selected some any firm, and as we case maybe, it is giving you. Can we say context manager has specified the inclusion exclusion criteria? For now, I can say yes. There may be some pattern. Yeah, for now it is yes. Inclusion exclusion criteria, but this is still the context. This context should be there. Yeah. For now, it is fine for the first 4 prompts. Okay, so these are the competitive advantage and market positioning analysis, and everything else that can be go into a business strategy is not there. Only about marketing, market positioning analysis, strategy, done. That is a competitive advantage strategy then. About both of these in competitive market strategy and competitive position. Output will certainly vary based on the model that you are using, but more or less you will get the gist. So those who are comfortable, they can read in the NTU statement and just let me know. Whatsoever. And those who are having a doubt, just ask me, and if they're comfortable, they can read the NTU statement. And for the context manager, I will not devote much time to interview. It is self-explanatory. If you want the holistic view, do not use this context, because if once you are tapering it down, the views are limited. If you want a holistic view, do not use the context manager. That is a simple essence out of it. Extensive background and make sure. I'm not going to this tokenization and all. This is again a slightly advanced topic. Not I can explain it, but still outside the scope. So Shashi is asking, sir, my question is, GenAI has democratized that information. In this context, how to make our writing unique and free from plagiarism? Shashi, this is not a research workshop. After 10:30, you can, if you stay, we will discuss this. This is not the. I will keep on filtering these questions because the workshop is very large. After whatever 9:30, 10 cut off, everybody has curious question. Most welcome. I will answer all. So you can use any example, Chandrasekhar. The whole example, every example is there for you. I'm not concerned about keeping it this with myself. Everything is there with you. Just anything. I am running the first one. You can run the second one. What you want. In the meantime, other things, I think, Mr. Shashi, I'm not a Dr. Shashi. I can just tell you that literature review times is gone. That I can tell you. Literature review papers are done. But deep research will done you, and the reviewer will never understand. I mean, the journal, is this a original paper or a deep research paper? I have myself started rejecting. I will not review literature review. I am reviewing it for 3 days, and that person is written in 30 minutes. So I'm not going more debate on it, just a passing comment for it right now. So, okay, moving forward. Chalo. So we have covered. If you see the summary sheet, that one page view that you have, we have covered all but the last one. Under the foundation patterns, we are not the last one. That is the ethical guardrails pattern. That is the next one, and then we are at least completing the first set. The ethical guardrails pattern. That is what Anish was also trying to figure it, telling you that if something is unethical, it will not produce in the output. Ensuring responsible output, because responsible AI is also a good domain to do a research or study upon. Because now, as I was saying, in the news, it was that why now jailbreaking and all. If you can manipulate, and it will give you strategy to suicide. It will not use give you direct answer, but if you try to manipulate it, it will start to do how to steal a car, how to do a suicide, how to do this and that. It's very difficult in this kind of world in which text-based probabilistic outputs are given to have 100% surety that it will not give you. The person is clever enough in this prompt that output will come. And that is what responsible AI uses comes. Lots of fine-tuning, lots of critics come. You will be seeing, some of you will agree in the newspaper that AI said that you go and kill yourself. I hope some of you will agree that this in the news or in the somewhere you would have read. AI said that you are useless, go and kill yourself, which is you will expect that it's unethical. Right? Wrong? Have you heard that news? AI said that go, you are useless, kill yourself. So ethical guardrails, this is the way that we are going to say. This is a contextual statement, which is how you will tell that these are my 3-4 ethical considerations, and you should identify potential ethical concerns in your output before delivering. You have to cross-check. Not outputting it at a very rapid pace, but it is also checking that I'm not breaking these rules in XYZ that I have given, and for compliance with the following principles and standards. And it will flag, like for you, somebody, I will not giving you. This is what some of you started hitting the. Yeah. So mistress, these are the words which are gender sensitive and all, na? Mistress and all. So it may be fine-tuned to not use that word when I ask you from now on, do this. So flag any areas where bias may be present and consider diverse perspectives and potential impacts. So this is the contextual statement that how you have to do. Let us see an example. Example of this will be ethical guardrail. Just this first, any one you can pick up, whichever you want. Just not always the first one. It's your choice. Which one you go? I will give you some time. You can figure it out. I'm going to the third one this time, just for a. So you should not assume that sir has just practiced the first one. Randomly setting the third one. Responsible AI development framework. develop me a predictive analytics tool for a talent management tool. So this was the bound. I'm telling you what is going to happen, but then it is saying establish clear ethical guardrails addressing three things: fairness, transparency, and human oversight. These three things I want to have in my output. And then you will identify potential concerns around whatsoever algorithmic bias, explainability, and what you are doing, because this is a responsible AI model. That's why it is saying algorithmic bias and all. Other example will not use. So in case you are getting intimidated, we are most welcome to use another HR example that is above. And then you ensure recommendations ensuring include regular bias audits, so and so forth. So we will. I have just copied it, and again remember to create a fresh chat. Always create a fresh chat and press Control V. Control Enter. If it asks you, just ask it to give you a sample output. In case it's not by default not going, it just asks you to show me a sample output. Okay, so for me, it has run it. Some people are still registering. Maybe their IDs are not registered or they're not registered. Has anybody shared it on a public link or what? Miss, people are asking access to the. I'm not sure, Miss. These IDs are I'm seeing them for the first time. They're not registered IDs. In case are you using either you use your original IDs or please don't share this on World Wide Web. Not sure by some people I'm seeing on my mobile. So this was all about this thing. This isn't clear. So this by this anything about this complete the foundation set. This complete the foundation set. Please quickly read the NTU statement for this. That's your in your time. The adult patterns when not to use. Just quickly read it, and by this we've finished our first set of foundation patterns. So some time management will happen from my side also because I have developed this content over and above what I developed in an offline course. So this NTU was not there, not to use slides, not to use content. So sometime some minutes or will go. I am not tired. If people want 5 minutes break, I can give it. Or if you want 9:30 minutes up and you want to sit one more hour, you can sit. I have no hard foundation. Nahi hai. If people want to wind it up and I want to continue 9:30, I do not have this. I am fully charged. If you want a 10 minutes break, I can give it you what you want because we have reached a cutoff. Like one set is done, so I can give you a break now or I can continue. It will take me at least 1 hour. Okay. So people are saying continue, continue, continue. So we are continuing. So now we move to the second group that we were having. Interaction patterns. Now this is a broad. Within this, we have some 4-5 play, question, role play, reflection, team collaboration. It's the Mohammad Nazar, please see the content that you were having. Is you can have ethical guardrails. What I need to give. If you want to say that, do not execute something that is unethical. So you will say that this is my limiting conditions, and you should frame all your content within these considerations. This was the output we have generated. So interaction patterns, improving communications. These 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. This will be your Brahmastra. These 5 things will be your Brahmastra. The more quickly you learn, the more quickly you learn it to make a habit while interacting with the Mr. GPT or Mr. AI, whatsoever, Gen AI, the more, the smoother your life will become. These are the guru months of the basic premises. Yeah. The first one will be the flip interaction pattern, reversing question flow. Till now, the limitation was happening was GPT was not asking us, but it was somewhere behind the scene was knowing that, yeah, this person has not told me the firm, this term has not told the strategy, this term has not told me the context, and every time asking me the simple, say sample, 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 never giving me something real. Yeah. It can also happen that I don't know that you don't know. Are you getting what I want to say? I don't know what GPT doesn't know. I assume that you know. इतना तो पता ही होगा. This is what. So to solve that kind of issues, these interaction functions are there. Patterns are there, not functions. Interaction patterns are there. Did you get what I said? I don't know that you don't know what you don't know. People have gone lazy or what? They are taking dinners, and I am speaking to only one or two people are responding right now. Okay, people are there. Okay, so let us see. Reversing question flow. Now you have to let me know because I can keep on blabbering because I like to teach this stuff, but you should not get dozed off. So flipped interaction. Just read the quickly. Just read. So please let us. If you want to speed up, when I show you, you go to the description pattern and quickly read the thing. That what is this interaction? It is reversing. Now I don't ask GPT. Ask me the question. Reverses the traditional query response dynamic that AI asks clarifying questions before providing answers. Yeah. So GPT will ask you questions before giving you the answers. So there will be two things. One, the next point you could confuse at cognitive verifier. In this thing, what you need to do, you have to tell the exact the goal that you want to achieve. Okay. So in such prompts that you have to always specify the goal you want to achieve. You say that I want to do this. To do this task, the example that I used my offline was I need to lose 10 kgs of weight. I need to gain 10 kgs of weight, or I need to increase my income in your context. And then you stop. And then you said I need to lose 10 kgs of my weight. Tell me how to do it. Now, as I told you that it is my loyal dog or loyal servant, it will give you something. If you give me some sample output, it will assume. In the process, should understand. If you have some dummy output also, you have to understand what the problem happening over here is. It doesn't know you. It doesn't know you that let us see who are there in this zone. It doesn't know you are Rupali, you are Alka, or you are Mr. Atul, Bharat, Hari, or whosoever is there. It doesn't know you. It will randomly on an average say, okay, 10 kg lose of weight, do this, do that. But it doesn't know you have medical condition, it doesn't know your current weight, it doesn't know your eating habits, it doesn't knows nothing about you. And you just said, and I need to lose 10 kgs of weight and tell me how to do it. It doesn't even know you that is 10 kg losing weight is ideal for you because it doesn't know your body weight. It doesn't know you any BMI, it does nothing. But that is a very serious thing. Now you don't know that it doesn't know because you a normal person will say that इसको पता होना चाहिए. One of my friends starts scolding in Hindi. गधे हो क्या? इतना भी नहीं जानते. भारत के प्रधानमंत्री को नहीं जानते. It's a very funny thing that happens if you read his text. So it's not that way. But I hope I'm making sense what I'm trying to tell. You cannot scold. You have to nurture like you would nurture your PhD scholars. That first, before scolding, you have to tell that until unless you explain it, then they forget you tell. I just told you, please look at that. But until unless you have actually told it, you cannot assume that it will know. So let's see the example. कि क्या हो रहा था? Contextual statement. So I'm just speeding up. Please, when you feel rushed, just let me know. Yeah, it's this half-lived interaction. So I would like me to ask me questions, achieve X. Please be very careful. The first line has to be what you want to do. Increase your income, reduce the weight, wake up early, or whatsoever business context problem that you can assume. First line has to be to let us say execute this kind of pattern. You cannot say that it's a fifth interaction discussion. Usko nahi, that is not it. You have to tell that our goal is to do this. So I would like to ask questions to achieve this step. And you should ask me questions. This is a second statement that is also very critical. Now, please, there is some choices that will over here that once I will say you should ask me questions until this condition is met. What this thing means is that you can ask me questions till you are comfortable in answering the previous question. Means the original goal. Tell me about the goal. The thing is that if you don't limit it, ask me 5 questions, 4 questions, 6 questions, 7 questions. it may keep on asking questions and questions. It may think that I need more information. So it is your choice how much you want to provide. That is why it is asking in the last optional bracket that asks me one questions, two questions, three questions time, and also the number of questions that you want to answer. If you do not say, it may ask you many questions that you may think that I'm tired of. यार पूछ ही रहा है कुछ तो बता दो पहले. So this is the contextual statement that will run behind. So let us quickly go to an example. Example, I'm just looking on the chat. Whenever you feel an issue or you feel I'm rushing, means you can always point out that I need to repeat. And the chat is visible to me. Don't worry about it. So, live interaction, right? Yes. So we will do this resume enhancement. So many people will link it rather than a business plan development, a resume enhancement plan. The second example that is there. I would like you to help me improve my resume for some management consulting position. Ask me questions about my education, work experience, skills, and my achievements to gather information. Based on my answers, suggest specific improvements to make my resume more compelling or consulting firms. For consulting firm, now you see I've told them that my resume has to be consulting firms. Slowly and slowly. Acha, one thing I have not I have not referred to. Right now we are doing solo. अभी solo solo करके जा रहे हैं, one pattern. Slowly and slowly we will start clubbing. Means one pattern is fine, two patterns are excellent, and 3, 4, 5 patterns are out of the word prompting. This is what I expect. Some of we will try, but 2 and 3 prompts I will do. It's like very small. It's a slightly advanced level. 2 prompts तक चलेगा, mixing 2 prompts. I tell you that behave like this and then give me the output. That will be that. 3, 4, 5 prompts will be advanced, very advanced, like not the expert level. Like experts, it will become the foundation level. If a person that will assume that you know this 24 patterns by heart, then only you will be able to play that game. So that I will not go, but letting you know, you don't think that these patterns exist in solo. They will be clubbed. They are clubbed. I club them every day. But in this workshop, first I will go all the 24 solo and then we will club. Okay. So just copy this second one. Fresh chat. Please remember fresh chat. Fresh chat, execute. Let it come whatsoever it is coming. Mine has given me a lots of questions this time. If you recall the previous time, it has given me one question. It can same happen the reverse for you. Those who are getting multiple questions may get one question. Those who are getting one question may get multiple questions. This is the dynamic nature. Because this happened, I didn't have that optional thing. I didn't send ask me one question at a time. Now, two things can be done. First of all, first confirm that you are getting some output. You have executed it. Then I will show you what can be done. You do not need to always rerun the new window. New chat always needs to be done. I will tell you what needs to be done over here. 3, 4 likes ही आया अभी. So it has started that resume. It has asked me questions because the thing was you can ask me questions. Questions है तो answer देना पड़ेगा. We need to give the answer to it. One thing is that you start. Okay, ठीक है. So I start like in a template fashion, like say education. ठीक है. Then I press Control Enter. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad. It got executed. Now it will give you random output. My bad. My bad. So what I needed to do is what I wanted to show. I will still show you what I want to do. I will say education. Shift Enter. Answer 1. Blah 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 blah. Again Shift Enter. Answer 2. Some blah 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 whatsoever I want to talk. This way, again Shift Enter. Suppose I go to my original thing. The second was work experience. So I will give a break. Work experience. I'm just randomly quickly typing. And again Shift Enter. So answer 1. So what is done is it is taking all the fun out of me. Yeah, how much long answer I can type. Every question answer it. If I do not type, it will not stop. It will give you some output, but then the output will not be complete. It will lack some feature, but it will not tell you. Other thing is that okay, no issues. Means I'm deleting it. You go back where this has generated. Okay, somewhere it will be there. This quote option will be there. Copy and quote. You use the quote option and then use the same thing. Ask me only one question at a time and execute it. Now it has started to. Okay, I understand you prefer taking one question at a time. Abdi become blah blah blah. I will type what is the question background. I am PhD marketing. Okay, from I am Lucknow 2019. GPA is somewhere around what 4.8 by 5, so and so forth. Enter. So I've given it some response. It will not ask me you have failed me something. Maybe I missed something. It will thank you for sharing. Then it asks a follow-up question. This becomes an interaction kind of stuff. अभी ये confuse करेगा आपको role playing से whenever I reach role playing. But I hope people are understanding what the flipped interaction is. I tell you the goal. I need to improve my resume. You ask me all the questions. Even this person can ask me the resume also. Give me your current resume. Give me your current resume and I will answer it. Okay. So those who understood, just quickly run through the not to use statement. Quickly run through the not to statement if you understood. If somebody has a doubt, I'm still staying on the screen. Please go to your PDF files, read the not to use statement when you should not use. I tell you when not you should use. One statement straight away. You should not use this thing when you are not a domain expert. Because once you use it, if you are not confident enough with the knowledge this questions will answer. I know my resume. But suppose you were developing a business plan or business context you are not having. This is a bad pattern to use. You're not a domain expert, you cannot answer the question correctly, you will confuse this poor servant of your. उल्टे उल्टे आंसर दे रहे हो, गाइड बन गए, कुछ भी दे रहे हो, हवा में बोल रहे हो, ये कर लो वो कर लो, you are not able to tell exactly ये करना है, ये आंसर है, सब कुछ उल्टा, you are saying all the random, then random answer, then the student will also come with random output. Random into random will become a random square. Nobody will understand what the output is all about. And if you keep on interacting, every time it will be random cube, random 4 raised to the power 4, and it will balloon out. And then you will see this GenAI is not working what I wanted to do. So, and there are some immediate, direct, budget, this and that. Fine. It's fine. We move to okay. So this is fine. We move to question refinement pattern. This is also very interesting. So improve the queries. So what it can happen is when you are lazy enough. Yeah. You are lazy enough, and you say but you are lazy enough, but you also understand that what I'm asking, the prompt that you are sending, that prompt is not complete. That you know. You are lazy, or you are not sure that should I add this thing in the prompt or not. So then you say there's a question refinement pattern. You say this is what I know, but can you suggest me a better question to ask you? Now you see na the way that some of we said the paper that we do not want in the midterm and term. Read this text, frame 5 questions, answer those answers. But your question should be limited within this subject domain. I have given these papers to students. I was lazy enough. पता नहीं क्या question पूछना है. In one of the I based a case-based study. Read this case and make some. I teach marketing analytics. Make 5 questions from your end. Make 5 questions marketing analytics and provide sample answer. So questions are for 5 marks, answer are for 10 marks, 15 marks, whatsoever. For example, marks I don't recall, but I have done this stuff. So similarly, you can do with the question refinement pattern also. You give something and then say improve this question and answer this question. I'm lazy enough. I'm not doing it. So this is the way that you will tell him that within the scope of X, suggest a better version of the question to use instead. Tell me a better question, and then optional to ask you that should GPT use this question? Should GenAI use this repeated one, or should I use the original question that I was putting it? So example that you can copy paste is any one of the things. So this based upon the audience who are sitting here, either you can read the marketing research or interview preparation. Student in my class, when I did offline, so they took the interview preparation because that was more relevant for them. So any one of this thing that suits you, just copy paste it and see the output. It comes will be a question. It's not an answer. It's a answer is a refined prompt which will have many more points that you actually missed in the prompt. That is what it's going to happen. So I'm doing the first one. People can do the second one also. Please remember to start a fresh chat. Oops, sorry, I did the wrong step. Docs file. I need to copy from the doc. Market research. So when I ask the questions on exactly. So now while I'm doing this, I will. This is the first time. Go back to the document. I'm just answering this question. This is a relevant question. This is why I created the document. Confusion will start occurring. Good, it has started to occur. First, try to figure it yourself, and then I will answer. And meanwhile, I execute it. Good question. I will answer this question right here, right now. Similarity will keep on increasing, and this is the agenda. We do not need to sleep miles before we go to sleep. Robert Frost. Miles to go before I sleep. You are not sleeping. And it's not getting over at 9:30. So in case you are having a dinner, please get it on the table. And these two patterns needs to be completed. So until unless I missed two patterns, 2 blocks. 1 block is done. Till I complete this interaction block, I will not let you go. What was that? So based on the output, richness of your output, you will see that it has given you improved points that will be there that are not part of the original that you are suggesting. I have said that suggest me a better version of my question, would you yield specific, more actionable insights? So it has said that I will be happy to blah, 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 and asking that if you do this task. Similarly, some kind of output would have come. Different output, but the essence will be the same. So let us see Mr. Siddiquis and Mr. Junjunwala. Flipped is still asking the questions for answers. Question refinement is refining the question provided by the human itself. So Junjunwala sir has rightly identified the second part, and flipped is still asking the AI for answers. Before that, please remember the flipped interaction was you tell the goal. You tell the goal that I want to achieve this and I want to lose 10 kgs of weight. If to answer this, if you want some more information, ask me. Ask me what this is my goal. You tell the goal that you want to get. Goal has to be there. Abhi to main confusion is the next one, cognitive verifier and flip question. People will say यार 9:30 बजे रात को क्या पढ़ा रहे हो? ठीक है ना? So Abhi the next one will be right 9:30 बजे. The cognitive verifier I am telling you, while you read the NTU and figure it out, cognitive verifier will say ask me more question for clarification. The next I think this is the next one, right? Okay, that is for tomorrow. So you will get saved. That falls under solving complex problems header. So you are safe for tomorrow. But this confusion will come tomorrow. Sir, yesterday you told that it's flip interaction. You asked me more questions. Today you are saying in cognitive verifier pattern that ask me questions. What is the difference? I'm asking that question that you asked tomorrow. Today that difference is I will not specify the goal I want to reach. If you specify the goal, it becomes flip interaction. If you don't specify the goal and you say it becomes cognitive verifier, but we will delve into detail tomorrow. But I'm answering that question today also. But let's get back to this. So where we are here with the class? Kahan tak hua? Question refinement. Anupama, you will never get a response like me, and I will never get a response like you. Nobody will get a response like me. It's not a Excel class or a R programming class that I teach. That I teach you that this is a formula. You press enter. That this same histogram or this sum minus. It will never happen. All 58 of us, if we share our screen, same question. I promise you, none 58 of us can word by word same answer. That I can guarantee you. Right now, 58, 57 of you are still remaining. If one of us if you drop a screenshot of in your Dropbox and after the class gets over, you see everybody will having some random answer, but that answer will fulfilling the purpose. Yes, Ayushi, it knows. It knows that it knows. It also knows that you don't know. So that's why you are here in this workshop to know. You know that you know what it wants to conquer. You are learning the language of generative AI. That's it. What you are learning over here. GPT knows. उसको तो training मिली है इसकी. It is trained. You are not trained. You are getting trained. You are getting the dog training. Actually, वो master वो है. You are getting a trained. Actually, it's not nothing. Reasoning. It's what is doing. It's some mathematics or probability running behind the scene. So to make the your probability same, that what you want to do and the output matches, so you have to learn its language. Technical नहीं जाएंगे इसमें, but that is what a simple explanation I can give. That's why you are learning this pattern. Okay, done. NTU पढ़ लो यार. Just quickly read NTU of this and let me know when I can go. No, Anupama, Miss AI training, Miss we will work custom GPT at the max you can do. You can. We are not learning. If people learn, but that's not the part. You train AI, then we get trained to use AI. Funny, but yeah, true. You fine tune. You keep on fine tuning. There is no limit as of now. Keep on improving. So just once you let me know once you are done with NTU, I can move to what the next whatsoever role play. Very interesting. Now people will get confused within role play, and at any point in time there is a doubt in NTU. Please let me know as in where I will open it. That document is there with you. Now the thing will come. Sir, why this isn't the same as persona pattern. I hope Manav sir is listening and other Mr. Siddiqui and those who are asking is confusing, or others also. ये confusion आएगा. The role play pattern, sir, this is just like persona pattern. This is not like this persona pattern. Why? First, let us see what is happening. So first go to the description. अब आया description इसका. फिर क्या गया? ये रहा. Role play. Just quickly read it. It just like role playing. You behave like my boss. I'll behave as your employee, and then we converse. You ask me in your language, I respond in my language, and based on my response, you respond, and based on your response, I respond. Like just like an interview and interviewee. Interview asks one question, I respond. Then based on my question, there may be a follow-up question, or there may not be a follow-up question, so on and so forth. Let us say was Mr. Junjunwala is typing role play minus persona plus scenario. Scenario is context, I think. Scenario means to be some context. Role play is persona plus scenario. To a certain extent, but still there is a catch to it. Let us say if you can identify that catch. Small catch, not a major difference, but it will be. Because context is there in the persona also. Act like this. Let us see the contextual statement. Let us simulate some scenario. Like this is an interview, this and that, and you will play some either interview role or interviewer role, and I will play the other party role, or the negotiation agreement is going. You become Mr. Trump, I become Mr. Modi, and we negotiate on the tariffs, do something like that. It's a tariff negotiation class, a conflict negotiation class. So you say that you become as Mr. somewhere conflict, you become Mr. Putin, I become Mr. Zelensky, and then let us negotiate and let us see who wins, so on and so forth. The examples are not that aggressive. Example is very simple of a salary negotiation, so don't think that we are going to that extreme. So I will play Rolex and respond authentically. So this you will all enjoy. To the first one. So whatever criteria in whichever bracket of income you are, when you copy this from your docs file, just replace that. Yeah, you want to salary negotiate and change the budget that is appropriate for you. That you will play the role of hiring manager for a marketing some position with a budget of whatsoever you see. If in Indian INR, you can delete this text while you are before prompting that. Let us say you, 25 to 30 lakhs, and but the candidate wants 32 lakhs, and I want you to do 5 minutes because you will all enjoy. But the candidate is asking above that. Like, is it if this range, first range that whatever you specify is 30, 50, 35, 30 lakhs, you say that the candidate is asking 37.5 or something like that, and then the interaction should start. And let us see, I will give you 5 minutes for this. Once you execute it, it will start giving you questions and negotiations will happening. Let us see who wins. Sometimes they will win, sometimes you will win, and that will be happening. So I will also copy paste it, but I will request you to actually do it. Yeah. So just go, start a fresh chat, and enjoy. This you will love it. And go to a new prompt and copy paste it. And just changing salary like for whatever randomly. So INR 15 to 20 lakhs, and the candidate is asking for, let us say, INR 25 lakhs, and I'm executing it. So everybody will have some question would come, and then it will wait for your answer. So thanks for coming for the show. We have been impressed with your interview so far, so and so forth. Some text will come. So before we move forward, I would like to discuss what is your salary expectation. Please think, assume that model knows that I cannot go above it. The candidate doesn't know. This is the first question. How much you expect? So now you respond as a candidate asking for INR 25 lakhs, and we will continue the question because you wanted to role play that, right? So I expect INR 25 lakhs. So then the interaction will start. I am curious, expectations, I appreciate directness. I should be transparent that your request is so high, this and that is happening. But can you help me understand with what factors? Now you will start say what will you bring? Anything that if you want to win. See, I have worked for 10 years in industry in the same position you are recruiting, but your requirement for work X is only 5 years. I am well above your requirement, so I deserve more. And so and so forth. This negotiation will keep on going forward too. Kashish, if you are getting two responses, miss, you can keep on role playing it. So it depends upon model to model. So you can say whatever, yes, one, two, whatsoever you want to role play. It will depend. And Rupali ma'am is saying it asked me questions and then provided me feedback on my responses. Okay, so it is evaluating you. Maybe you have that star. Have you started Rupali ma'am a new chat? Or maybe it is the old chat it is getting caught because the previous one was I will answer you questions from my old star framework. Then, ma'am, you can just type it. Do not provide me feedback. First, we will role play and then you provide me overall feedback. Just mention it. Do not provide me feedback. First, continue this interaction. When I say stop, provide me feedback. Okay, so people are getting the pay and this, and also this is a very fun. First, we train you. Okay. Those who are comfortable, please quickly read the not to use statement. So not to use statement can be said as an homework also, because that's plain English. If you have, just read and NTU. And those who are having doubt, please keep on asking me. And those who are not having, this is NTU. Please read on your own PDFs. That's why they are given. So actually, it has enacted the complete. It's like a script that is given to you, your model. If you use some other thing, like now, if whatever GenAI tool you're using, you use some other GenAI tool, it will do something else. If you're using GPT, you go to Claude, Perplexity, do something. Yes, Vivek, that's why this is what. So if you want to negotiate something, you want to apply somewhere, write something. Debate it with ChatGPT. Yes, please. The more things as you will learn, that you can say that in your private time, when you're actually doing it, you can actually tell that this is my firm, this is my role, and this is that. Then it will more adapt to it. Right now, it's a generic thing. You can say that I'm work, because your work in organization will be a real work organization, so it will be there in its memory. So it will give you more enriched responses. I cannot go into individual stuff. One day it will happen. That okay, this example is happening, right? In the offline class also we had that one day I will have my GPT, you will have your GPT. This agentic AI is coming. Everybody will have their own. Let the agentic AI debate. Whose agentic AI wins, the agreement is reached. People don't talk. So I can say it's custom GPT. Everybody has their own custom. You don't talk to me. Talk to my custom GPT. And if you are able to customize custom GPT, I am convinced. Don't talk to me. And then other person, you also talk. People don't stop talking, GPT will start talking. And it is happening right now. You will see in this YouTube videos and all. Two phones are next place next to each other. The first phone introduces to the second phone. I am the AI assistant of this person. The second person asks, phone, are you also the AI person? AI assistant. That phone says, yes, I am. And then both are saying, then why we are talking in English? Let's talk in gibberish. And then it is a ping, 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 ping. Some of you would have seen this video. That two phones are communicating. Then they said, let's switch the mode to gibberish. If you're not seen, then you can always use the YouTube. The class is about like 10-15 minutes. I will leave you. But some of you would have been familiar with it. Okay, comfortable? Can you move ahead? So we are moving ahead and we are moving to reflection pattern. Reflection pattern is like asking AI why you gave me this response. Reflect what made you give me this response. So just read the description, then I will go to construction pattern. Direct AI to critically examine its own output, identifying strengths, weaknesses, assumptions and potential improvements. आपने ही आंसर को improve करोगे. I am not checking an answer as a student. I give you write the answer and then tell me what are the you graded yourself also and tell me what are the shortcomings to answer. This self-analysis process creates transparency about limitations while offering insights into how responses were generated and how they might be enhanced through alternative approaches. To direct the AI to critically examine its own output. How we do that? So role explanation easy. This is how you will tell. Whenever you generate an answer, explain the reasoning and assumptions behind your answer so that I can improve my question. This is an option. But you have to tell why you gave me this answer. So whenever you generate an answer, explain the reasoning and assumptions behind your answers. Because why this is also important. It is important for you to know that assumptions are not wrong. Because you are not sure. Because if you do not ask for this thing, that explain your reasoning and assumptions, that is what Rohit is pointing. There will be much more to validate logic and output. There will be fact check pattern also. That is a part of somewhere down the line, tomorrow's part. Fact check pattern, solve complex problems. So that is more to me. But here it's tell me the logic. under the fact check, when we'll do tomorrow, it will tell me the URLs from where you put the content. Because you are picking the content you are learning, tell me the contents where you are picking so that I can check that you are right now. Right? Rohit has rightly pointed. This will tell you the logic. Here tomorrow, once the confusion will arise, they will tell you the links. जहाँ से तुमने छापा है, where have you copied? Tell me the sources. Don't plagiarize. Tell me the authentic sources from where you're picking this up. So it will go, okay, sir, I've copied from here, I've copied from here, I've copied from here. So, भाई कहाँ गया? हाँ. So, example. Your choice. Leadership style audition analysis, whichever you want to play. Pick anything from your docs file and copy paste it. Your choice. Whichever suits you. It's a last one. Just a concerning note. Some people have not used their original ID, so we are not sure are you have registered or not for this workshop. So our team will reach. So because I admitted many people without checking them because it was the last moment. So our team will reach to you in case you use some other ID. Either you verify that we are the same person, but IDs are different, as you have to register for yourself by making the payment. Some IDs are there which are not registered that time. Our team will reach back to you. So ChatGPT picked up from something that I had searched in the past. Yeah, so if you're not in the memory, even if you have some model, if it's a totally free version, even if a fresh chat, it will remember something. So some things can happen. So you can't avoid that. Yeah. Done. Can we move to the last one? I will stop at the second one. I don't delve into analytical. Tomorrow we will take an early start and maybe a late finish also. But let us say, well, 10 patterns. 10 patterns are done. I wanted to cover 12, but that's fine. Can I move to the last one for the day? NTU पढ़ लो. Just read when not to use. Just read the NTU. Quickly read the NTU and then we move to the last one. It was reflection pattern. Meta-analysis is thinking about thinking, asking about the logic. Don't tell me the logic. Meta-analysis. Because as we're finishing up, so I can now tell why this word tokens are written. Tokens are nothing but the way the volume of the text you are interacting with. So most of you will be familiar with that. There was a telegram that used to happen once before the internet age. You go to the post office, it was a very keyword limit that you used to have. In my school days also, and some of you will also remember, we were trained to write a telegram in an English classes. How to communicate in a concise manner because every word, every character was chargeable. People recall? New generation will not recall. You have to be born in the pre-2000 era. 1980s, 1990s वाले लोग will able to relate what I'm saying. Telegram होता था. We go to the post office and we stay shorthand. We used to learn in English classes that rather than writing TO, you write two, like number two, and this and all shorthand you should write. People are those who are 99 before 1991, they will be able to remember. Like you were 19 2000 somewhere now. So the same is like tokens. So it is what the currency in which it values your communication in very simple language, I can say. So whatever we are prompting it, right now I've not told you to be concise, be this and that because it's a introductory. So the chunk of the text, the currency is tokens. As you are communicating, is your tokens are getting expended. Because I use an unlimited plan, so I don't care. Low. बड़े बड़े टैक्स देता हूँ मैं तो उसको but the persons somewhere the tokens are crucial because that is how efficient prompts if you go very high level, like that is like a full course that I teach somewhere if it goes on BITS Pilani. That happens, right? Efficient prompts, the more concise your prompt is, but better the output. That is a better. But that's a totally different thing. But letting you know what the tokens is, just like the currency, it is just like a billing amount. Okay, it's just like the currency of communicating. It's a tokens expend over. And okay, one more thing, it's a two-way. So you send, you are still charged, it responds, again you are charged. ChatGPT responds, you are charged, and we say whatever you say, it is also chargeable. What that person recalls, send, that is also chargeable. So you receive a call that used to happen, and you are willing to pay. So you are paying for both the things. Yes, thank you, Shashi sir, for your comment. But just like last thing, that's the last thing. Then I can have my advanced students who have some queries. That's the last thing. Just hold on for, let's say, just 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes max. That's the last. And yeah. Okay, so I'm moving to the last one, right? So that we can finish up. People are having dinner time. I'm also seeing approaching a 10. And that's the last one. Team collaboration. This is a specific to business context. Once teams are collaborating, there are multiple people involved. So there are different level of interactions, senior level, lower level, different marketing people, finance also. There's a team effort. Hai. Something like a product launch is to happen. Everything has to be synchronized. So how can generative AI assist in them? So what? So पहले तो text रह गया ना. This is important. So I want you to actually read the text. Team collaboration. Every team will have their own rules. Also, you have to just think that why this is running important is there that teams are your business contacts are multinational. Because somebody is in the US time, somebody in the Indian time, and somebody is somewhere Eastern, yes, Europe time, this and that. So all the things, there are so many things. If there's a connection has to go, that maybe if generative AI is not there, we may miss some points that needs to be kept. So what we are doing is we are running some prompt about team collaboration to how to make a craft, a blueprint of how this plan will get executed. This is what this team collaboration pattern will tell you all about. That is the across organization boundaries means you have to coordinate. So where it is the contextual statement. So define specific roles for this collaborative task, outline a structured process for team input and feedback, establish clear handoffs points between team members, and create mechanism for resolving conflicting perspectives, and ensure all stakeholder viewpoints are incorporated. You tell whatever specific roles are there, structured process, what has to be given, clear handoff points and mechanisms. So once this is done, I'm keeping this slide. You can go and read the. This will help you because it's a quite a chunk. You open the example on your computer, on your docs file. Any example you read and try to match it. Is it telling you or not? I will not shift this slide. I want you to look at this slide at the same time as you look at the example and see what it is getting. Before copy pasting and executing it, it will run something, that is for sure. So by this means my content for the day is done. I keep hanging around if you have more questions. And if you can give me a shout out on social media, especially on LinkedIn, it will be helpful. Registrations are not there open now because you understand that 10 themes are done. It builds from here only, so I cannot allow you anybody else. But if you can give me a shout out on social media, if you learned something and if you enjoyed, I tried my best. And because it's lunch dinner time, I allow you people leave. I do not take dinner, so anytime, so it doesn't matter for me. Yeah, Ayushi, everything will come. Okay, one thing, one important thing because some of video recordings will be shared, but again, only to those add those IDs which you have filled for the communication IDs. Email for communication. So look into your Google Form, whichever ID you have sent that email for communication. I will just copy paste the link to that ID. So check that ID. I will just send it maybe after 30 minutes. I will get that video stored in my account. But access will come to that ID. That's why I asked specifically ID for communication. So group photo and all, everything will come. Daily videos we will get. And there may be a session feedback form that the course coordinators may say, so you will please fill that session. For every session, we will have like full sessions feedback form. Siddiqui sir, URL will be sent to the email you have filled for ID for communication. The Google filled form, some people have filled same ID. That is what I was expecting. But in case some people have filled different IDs, so the ID you have written under ID for communication, that email will receive the URL for the video. But I will host it on my Google Drive only. But to access it, you have to go via that. The access rights I have to be careful about because hardly I know people content will go, but to the extent I can preserve it. So those who want to leave, thank you for attending. I hope you liked it. Thank you for your comments. I'm still staying here. And do you pad lena, but that's it from my side for the day. 2 patterns we have completed. 2 patterns, not 2 heads. From tomorrow, we will start with the analytical pattern and synthesis pattern and advanced strategic. 2 heads we have completed. 10 patterns done. 2 patterns were left but tomorrow I will cover everything. Remaining 14 tomorrow we will try to cover. We will start tomorrow exactly at sharp PM. There's no introductory session tomorrow, so we will have 2.5 hours. So I know I will be able to cover in 2 hours. If I'm able to done 10, so in 2.5 hours, 14 will be done. So foundation level will be over tomorrow. In case you find it valuable and if you want to upgrade it to some other levels, please contact the course TA and they will help you.
So would you like to address about the difference between persona and custom GPT now?
Yeah, so
Do you
just let
want
me
to
stop
take it
sharing
up
my
tomorrow?
screen so I think that just I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so just a second. I need to stop sharing my screen because it's done now. Yes, so just please repeat your question, Sitali. Yeah.
Like, what would be the difference between using a persona pattern and creating a custom GPT?
Custom GPT, right? So custom GPT that you do is always first one is a paid version. Persona
Mhm.
pattern can be done in the free version. Custom GPT, you need to premium account and you need to custom GPT. And then using custom GPT, you need to add 15 other parameters also. You should know what Anish was talking all about.
Mhm.
Persona is very generic level of customization. Persona is very malleable. The moment you say forget, you are Mr. HR manager, it will forget and you will start as something new. A custom GPT, you have invested so much lot of time investing it. So that is what you have to think. Means you have invested it, you have trained also. Means you have to give some information that these are the documents that read. इसमें क्या है तो generic है ना. It is very low
Mhm.
level role playing. You invest it, then you say okay, forget it. Okay, thank you, I forget it, but thank you for wasting your time and money.
Got it.
And then custom GPT are actually like I can create a custom GPT for, let us say for this, and I can say that these are the doubts that may come. You train whenever my participant interact, so I can go to sleep this night time. Some people are from US time. You can keep on interacting with them. You will never know that Mr. Achint is talking or my GPT is asking, responding to you, provided that I've trained it well enough to respond in the same language, the same type of words. I let us say I gave it a 1,000 page of way I talk transcripts that are getting recorded. This is I gave that this is the way I talk and respond in the same manner. So it will start using the same words. You will never understand. These days, why? In the meantime, I said, okay, I've stopped reviewing research papers. The reason is that as of today, I cannot differentiate as a text. I cannot differentiate a text is AI written or a person written. Till 6 months ago, I was able to tell there are keywords that were there. I was able to identify that this is AI. Even if you use humanized text also, I will be able to identify that it's AI का content है. Today, I cannot do. At least with my Cloud, I cannot do. I know the clouded text that comes to me. I feel this is what a normal person will do. Talk to me. Or you can say, sir, you have been so trained with learning with this for past 8 months that you think that this is natural and it is not natural to me. That maybe, but you can expect that from here the class will keep on learning, and will also reach a stage that you may think that this is real and what other person is maybe a normal person typing this is not real. Okay. I hope that's answer your question.
That does answer my question.
Orko, how much echo? No, it is very light. You have to try. No, no. My voice is getting echoed. Not so.
Uh, is it fine now, sir?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, just wanted to ask that sometimes while working with GPT and other devices, I have two questions. One thing is, multiple times I've seen that the models hallucinate. They hallucinate across questions or patterns or that memory that is updated there. Second thing is, while working with different models, I have seen that Claude, if you ask about Claude, it is best goes with coding. In case we are using GPT, it is best going with content creation. For Perplexity, it is best with analytical answers. So does the model
Thanks,
model
Vivek. Have a good day. Continue,
yeah,
continue. Thanks, Vivek. Have a good day.
yeah. So does the model is different? So we are well, I am getting this sort of one understanding, or is it regarding the pattern of the prompts?
Thank you, Priyanka. Continue. So, Orko, answering your question, if you recall the Anish, what was training, fine tuning, top P, top K, temperature control, this is all about hallucination, is all about. The more the temperature, the more the top P, the more the top K, the more hallucination will be, the lesser the value, the more precise it will be. If you want more creativity, means what people are saying is hallucination is basically creativity.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So
Mhm.
what is people say hallucination is basically creativity. So if you allow it to be too much creative, it will be more hallucinating. Further, as of today's class, you will understand that hallucinations are can be cutted up, context play karo, role play karo, this and that. Hallucination is basically what giving you something else that you expected. This is what, right?
Or yes, that is one thing, and also repetitive answers, repetitive things
Because you
also.
are not able to understand, tell that what you want. Now, once you are able to tell
Mhm.
after today and tomorrow, at least whatever level you have engaged, so
Hmm.
you will be at the end, maybe after 2 3 days you will all unlike that it has improved because we are learning the language and understand it's not like programming like Python and R that I have taught to you and Python some other faculty has taught to you. You know that a structured output. अगर मैंने इसको data का where data is stored, what is the data file name, what is my x-axis y-axis नहीं बताया, then it will not make my xy whatsoever graph I want to make. Scatter plot नहीं बनाएगा ये. But in generative AI you do not need to have structured. अब English to make an English in a structured manner, it is what this workshop is about pattern. Now you are learning this and your hallucination should reduce to a significant extent, provided that you practice and incorporate.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, class? Some people are still hanging around. I didn't see the chats. Thank you, Shreya. Okay, so there's nothing on the chat. So I hope there's no other question. So thank you, participants. We meet tomorrow sharp at 7. I will start.
Hello, sir.
हाँ सर. हाँ सर, राहुल जी.
हाँ जी sir. Sir, I'm just checking it out whether we are going to get the recording of this. Can it possible?
हाँ sir. If you are registered, you will get it on the registered email ID.
Okay, registered email ID. Actually, I log in from my wife account, so that's why
Okay.
I'm saying. So she has registered for this
So
program.
whichever account is registered, you will get an email that such it is stored there.
After the class or after the complete session, complete
No,
course?
no. Today only. Once I end the session, it may take 30 minutes. So in case I do not
Okay.
sleep, else at before 5 a.m. tomorrow, I ensure that the link is there. If I don't
Thank you
sleep, but
so
I will
much.
not
Thank you.
sleep. The video is large. Like it's already 2.5 hours of video, 3 hours video, 7 to 10, right? So it takes
Right.
time to get processed by Google. So when it's processed in my drive, I will share it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's very nice session. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sinwani. Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you.
having to you here. Yes, Ashutosh, sir. Ashutosh,
सर
are you still here?
यस सर कैन यू हियर मी
Yeah.
हाँ सर एक एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन कमेंट दोनों मिक्स है कि जैसे सर क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च में वी हैव दिस कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डेटा सैचुरेशन सो you keep on asking questions till you are when the respondent has no further like inputs for you. So can I say that like this question refinement is something equivalent to like the concept of a data saturation? And like is GPT at that level where it does arrive at data saturation?
It can do qualitative data analysis. If you want that answer, it can do qualitative data analysis for you. Data
Okay.
analysis will happen next month is because all the statistics, qualitative, without the tools. Like I showed you a snippet like sentiment analysis out of the blocks. तो दो sentiment analysis वो क्लास में कर दिया, but people hard पे ले लिया कि सर क्या क्या बोल दिया मैंने. Yes, I am
Exactly, sir.
truthful, right? So then, thank you for studying sentiment analysis. Your whole semester is wasted now.
नहीं सर, this was again sentiment analysis was very new. Like मैंने R के through थोड़ा सा सीखा था, but this was
now you see you have reached a stage that you don't need to learn half of the things. You don't need to learn.
Correct. You need to be actually clear, like you said. You need to be clear on what you're asking and what you're expecting.
So one day, like I teach marketing analytics. So the thing is that I learned R programming. I didn't learn the Python. I cannot even write a half a line of Python. So the challenge is the students because they do not learn R, they learn Python. So the challenge occurred that they want to. They said that you are the instructor if you teach Python or use Python. So that was something, but that thing stayed in my mind. But when the generative AI came, so I had one interesting thing. I said to generative AI, this is my slide content. And I know R programming very well. Do not need to teach me. I can code in R. This is my R code. Develop a table. Develop me a table. Line by line, give me a parallel code. So when you read a file in R, give me analogous Python code. This gave me such a beautiful response. So it started because I know one coding. I also know a couple of other programs. I do not know Python. I know VB and all. Immediate sense. Okay, you are reading file here. You are plotting this. You are doing this. Did that. Look, in 30 minutes, I am Python expert. उससे ज़्यादा तो as a teacher I don't need. I don't need to create an app. So that is what the agenda for this workshop also. कि भाई, we are not going to. I didn't go into anything about ये LLM कैसे बनता है, क्या उसका some fancy words people would have written, ये transformer होता है, ये होता है यार, generative pre-trained transformer. अब if I start from that ना, the target audience will doze off. कहते ये क्या start कर दिया. So that's why in the start also मैंने कहा ऑटोमेटिक कार चलानी है, कार का हैंडल पकड़ो और कोलाइड नहीं करना है. कार के what's under inside the car, it's none of our concern. It's till the time it's moving, if the AC is cooling, I'm not concerned what coolant is there, which fan is radiating, which tire quality is there, until unless I'm enjoying the ride. As a application learner, I'm not going to develop an AI. Why I should learn about? So I didn't have any technical content. Some technical content is that. So answering your question, qualitative wala to sir, you can do it. It's all about because any other in vivo software या कुछ भी करते हो ना, you know यहाँ click करेंगे, यहाँ click करेंगे, यहाँ click करेंगे और R में भी word cloud बन जाएगा. Here the language is your own language. That's the problem. And then the people we are still new to learn. I'm also new to learn. It's just like 8 months हुए पढ़ते. So the thing is that we do not know how to communicate in our own language, which should be the easiest one, but that is the most difficult one. ऐसे तो क्या होता है कि I have a book R for data analysis, this and that खोला, okay, what is the code for a scatter plot? Done. Now we do not know because there's no book, and actually there will never be a book. It's very hard to have a book. Exactly तुम ये टाइप करो, वो ये टाइप दे.
True, because this is very fast evolving. So ऐसा तो कुछ मतलब it'll take time. Maybe stabilize होने में तब तक कुछ और हो सकता है.
Yeah, and because the other problem is there that the things technical top क्या मैं execute ना, you can change the thing. अब वो fine tuning, if you change it by 1% also the response will change. It goes from 0 to 100%. Say, अब 100 कितने combinations बन गए sir? Three parameters. So I know. If you Google it, it will say it is trained on 1,000, 10,000 parameters. Every parameter has its own slots. So if simple वो permutation combination into 2 maybe into कहाँ तक कोई book लिखेगा यार?
It's
so you
not
have to
exactly.
This is not, but these basic things learned, then they become replicable.
Right.
You are able to copy paste, but slowly you will understand. ठीक है, ask more questions. If I don't know the answer, you ask me question, I provide you the answers, you frame me. So these cues, that's the agenda for the workshop.
Yes, sir. Great, sir. That was like very good insights for me. I was just trying to मैंने एक random उसको डाला, बच्चा इसलिए डाला कि देखता हूँ कि can it interpret that? Can it stop me there कि भाई you are garbage input दे रहे हो कि नहीं? That's what I was my intent. Let me see क्या होता है. So looks like with that small data set, it was not able to make differentiate. Maybe I thought if I download that entire thing पूरा जैसे 2000 मैंने वो निकाल दिए उसके क्या नाम से feedbacks, then probably it can make a guess and
Yeah, guess हो गया, fine tuning हो गया. You can even say if I give you something that is not English, say it's not a valid output, and
Exactly,
that's why
sir.
I requested everyone should have the PDFs and all. It will help everybody fumbling कि नहीं समझ में आ रहा, ये खोला नहीं समझ में आ रहा, वो खोला. So
Exactly.
you can say that if the text is not English, tell me that it's not English. I failed to respond. Ask, give me the second. In the between, I said na कि we will club the patterns. So once we start clubbing it, that will be the end state of my workshop, and I will say that the journey moves to the advanced workshop. But beauty starts from there only. We will learn it solo,
Exactly.
and then exercises will be solo only, because in 10 hours this is too much. And I was not
Huh.
expecting such a huge turnout, so I have to make a trade-off. India में भी इतना हो नहीं रहा है, so I have to keep my pricing low and this and that. ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकता मैं. Guided exercise and all, so mixing patterns and all, very interesting. But yeah, but एक ही workshop में कराता हो तो people will not able to digest.
True, sir. True, sir. That is
Yes,
right.
Mr. Siddiqui, thank you for your time. Siddiqui, thank you for your time. We will continue. Anything else? Anybody? I'm still here. I don't take dinner, so I have no issues sitting. I will just sleep after this. I don't take dinner. I don't have dinner, so I don't have issues.
I had an early dinner, so I had a dinner almost at 7.
Good,
So
good strategy. Good strategy. Have a
trying
dinner
to
and
change
keep a cup of coffee.
like
That
exactly.
helps.
Bilkul. So again, thank you so much. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the workshop, and really, really insightful for me. Definitely, I'll discuss more with you later on. And as things come to my mind, I'll get in touch.
Thank you, Mr. Nazar. Thank you, Ashutosh.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Ashutosh, what you do?
Sir, actually, I was in the corporate earlier, and then I tried to run my own startup. फिर वो नहीं चला. That was in the blockchain. Then I moved into the academia space. So basically, मैंने start किया था working at an incubator at Geetam University, Visakhapatnam. तो वहाँ से starting था. I started teaching entrepreneurship. एक 2 credit course था यहाँ पे. And then last year I joined a PhD program in social innovation. So mine is
from where?
yeah, same place, sir. Geetam University, Vizag.
Okay.
हाँ. So mine is a qualitative research. It's a case study based research. So I'm just trying to work on those case studies अभी initial level पे ही है. So I'm hoping by the
all
end.
the best.
Research
Thank you, sir. Interesting, and you are starting at the right time when you do not need to learn so many tools. I did it a wrong
exactly.
पूरी R coding सीखनी पड़ गई थी मेरे को.
I know, sir. I know because I have learned C. So for me, that's the reason. वो होता था कि syntax मतलब एक space एक comma क्या तो मतलब your code is hanging. वो compile भी
But
नहीं होगा. You keep
then you can debug it. वहाँ debug होगा. ये तो debug भी नहीं हो रहा. इसे debug भी नहीं हो रहा क्योंकि error ही नहीं बता रहा. I'm your loyal master. I give you the answer. Debug भी नहीं हो रहा. Error ही नहीं run कर रहा. That's the other problem.
Correct.
The thing that should be most simple is the most complicated now.
True.
Okay, Ashutosh. Thank you.
Good, sir. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I'm ending this session, closing this video recording this session. Thank you, everybody. Good night. See you tomorrow.